Yo, guys, you want to see my feet?
No. Dear
You
God.
did earlier.
No.
No,
Please,
no, no.
no. No.
Please, no,
No.
no, no,
No.
don't do it.
No. No.
Bowed.
Gliz.
Bowed.
Don't do it, Gliz.
Glizzy. A.
Blizzard.
Blizzard.
No.
Pretty fast bears Glizzeria.
No. Darian got here 3 seconds before
late.
6:31.
Oh, on
I
time.
told her, I was like, Darren, we gotta go. But she said, I don't want to go. I was like, we gotta go. And then she was like, no, I hate them. And I was like, I know you don't like them, but you gotta pretend.
It sounds like what Darian would say.
Right?
That's definitely a Darian thing.
Yo, you want to hear a sad story? So me and
Mm,
Darian got Culvers, right? It was a rhetorical question.
sure.
Me and Darian
Let's
got
say you
Culvers.
hypothetically got Culver's.
Yes. And I went there and I was like, hey, could I get a crispy chicken sandwich combo with french fries and a large Mountain Dew, no ice? We got our food, handed me my drink, and I could hear the telltale sign of rattling ice in my drink. And you should have seen the look of pure disappointment on my face when I received my large Mountain Dew with ice.
Did you see the disappointment on your face?
I couldn't.
How come?
Why am not able? Because I have arms.
I don't know.
In that situation, I normally just take out the ice and put it in my pockets for later.
Easy.
Really?
And then you say, hey, you guys didn't fill this up all the way.
Or I
That's
could
why
throw
you
it
always
in.
have a strainer in your car, right? And you
I could
strain
just-
all the ice out.
And then you ask for a refill
You say,
because
hey,
you're out of drink.
hey, you guys,
No,
you just handed this to me, but it's missing like half the drink. And they're like, what? We put ice. Where'd the ice go? And you're like, oh, I didn't ask for any ice.
no. What I could do,
It's here in the
But I
strainer.
could-
Do you want it back?
what I could do
I
is
asked for
I
no
could
ice.
I could just throw it in the face, and they'd have. Then I'd be like, "Does this look like a Mountain Dew without ice?" Because I'm pretty sure some ice just hit your face, and then I'd throw the cup at them, and then they would fix it for me.
But you're not a conservative.
I could be if I wanted to. Actually, I can't
Yeah,
because then
I think
I
Liz
have
could.
to.
If Liz tried enough, she could be. Also, you
Yeah,
guys will
but
want
then-
to have Roll20 pulled up today.
Uh-oh.
Why are we playing D&D?
There's no combat, obviously. But I mean, if you choose to fight someone randomly, you know, if you're mad at them, and you're like, I'm gonna fight them, and they decide to fight back, or they try to run, you know, then at least we have it.
Yeah, no, I know. Oh, I know. I know. Do you know?
Know what?
Oh, I know.
So now we're just waiting on Darian and Caleb.
Triangle login.
I am in.
Darian
Sure
is
thing.
the triangle login.
Oh, we got the map here.
Yeah.
Are we going to be fighting on the map?
Yes, you're gonna be fighting across years and miles of land.
Oh, yep, there we are on the map. This is
Oh,
kind of a
wow.
neat way to do
Yeah,
it.
no, that's Theros.
Theros.
Caleb need to rejoin.
Caleb went to go do something, but he'll probably be back in a sec.
Actually, Caleb said that he didn't like the way that you treated him and he left.
Darian, were you mistreating our employees?
Wait, you have
Birds.
employees?
What do you guys think you are?
Do you pay them minimum wage?
Sorry, unpaid interns.
Oh, well, that's okay.
At least you can say you had an experience.
You get experience. Oh, it's an
And you leveled up.
experience, alright.
You leveled up. You got experience. Hey
Did we
guys, from
level
now
up?
on, we're not doing milestone, we're doing experience.
I wish after I gained enough experience on my job in real life, I learned to shoot fireballs.
Are we level 5?
You guys always confuse me
Yeah.
with your names in Roll20 because Jake and Darian are Jake and Darian, but then Caleb and Liz are Bard and Orethia. And so whenever I'm doing stuff, I'm like, do I go by their real names or their player names? Character
Can I-
names.
Let me see if I can change that. I feel like I feel like that'd be like an account thing.
I think you can change it in the game when you're on the
Settings,
board.
display name, May.
Because I have,
Save name.
in one of the campaigns I'm doing, it's like Riley, parentheses, Obeka, or Obeka, parentheses, Riley.
I've changed it.
May, Marin, Bard. Wow!
Liz.
Now I need to check if you guys are still assigned to your tokens correctly. Yep, okay.
I always am.
Alright, I can move me and I can move Snail.
I'm gonna ping Caleb so hard
Oh my god.
for being late. And
Ping.
Yo, I get a new
Ping,
phone
ping,
on
ping.
Monday.
hey, me too.
Really? What phone did you get?
iPhone 12.
Oh.
I'm not paying for it though.
Nice.
Are you getting a Android?
Yeah, it's not because I'm better than you though.
It's just because Caleb's changing laundry right now.
Ooh, sexy. No, I'm getting a the new, well, not the new Pixel, but like the newest Pixel. I can't wait. I'm going from the Pixel 2 up to like the Pixel 5, so it's like it's gonna be quite an upgrade for me. And it actually has wireless charging, which is amazing.
So
I
you
think
don't
it
don't even have to be next to it for it to charge.
Yeah.
You can put it in one corner of your room and it will just gain power.
Yeah, you couldn't do that before. What was that? Well, no, okay. Something I'm really excited about related to that is so my couple who I ride with to work on Monday and Tuesday, she drives a Tesla, and her Tesla has wireless charging built in. So I
if you're
just
in
put
the
it.
car, it charges.
You put it down on a little pad spot, and then it.
No, it charges just by
charges.
being in the car. Everyone knows
Bro,
this.
that'd be sick as fuck.
Everyone knows
if you
it.
drive two Teslas touching each other, do they just charge each other and you can drive forever?
Infinite energy.
Whoa.
That's what we've been looking for.
God.
That's why Jake's a engineer.
I have a newfound joy in any kind of TikTok where there's like any sort of physics or electricity or any kind of like science stuff like that involved, because you go down to the comments and people don't know what's happening. And it's very fun to me.
How does this even work? Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Like there'll be a loop of a marble going up and down a track that goes over and over again, and people in the comments will be like,
Whoa.
will be like, it's probably possible. There's probably like magnets in the track or something, and like, no.
What's the deal with magnets,
No.
guys? That's like energy.
Magnet
don't
is
know.
the de facto like go-to for any time somebody can't really explain something on like TikTok or in some kind of physics thing. It's got to be magnet somewhere.
Magnets,
Yeah, it's probably magnets.
Magnets are an invisible force, just like gravity. Isn't it crazy how there's invisible... Like, that's force damage right there. Like, if you were
Yeah.
wearing a magnet, like, on your chest, and then someone else was like, "Hah!" right, and pushed you away with the magnet, that's force damage. Not bludgeoning. Force.
Your
Definitely
force damage. Got him. That's a joke that I made up.
is Darian, are you there?
Eating food.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to get a new phone.
Did you break it?
Oh no, a new phone. Shut the fuck up, Google. I didn't mean phone. I meant phone case.
Hey Google, turn
Hey, Goo. Get
lights
fucked.
100.
They're
Hey
already at
Google,
100.
lights 0.
Hey Google, turn on Soulsteel's stream on Twitch. Hey Alexa, turn on Twitch and go to Soulsteel.
Hey Google, play twitch.tv/Soulsteel.
Hey, Google.
It occurs to me after doing this
I love
that
you.
if they had it pulled up to hear that, they would already be on the stream.
What? Hey Xbox, turn on. Talon. Hi Talon.
Talon Star.
Talon Star,
Hi.
baby boy, Maruth underscore.
What if I
that?
got an emerald
Darian
green
has
and plush
beans.
pink
Why does Darian
phone
only have
wallet?
6 beans? What happened to him?
Someone spilled them
Kyle
this
did.
week. I don't know
Ugh.
who.
How dare.
Wait, do you also have beans on your stream, Riley?
We have beans.
Ah, beans.
Ah, beans.
Oh, beans.
Aw, beans. Just so that Darian has something to do, you know.
Oh, beans.
Wasn't there a movie that caught flack because it had an Alexa add garlic to their cart, and then a bunch of people just bought garlic by watching the movie?
Was there?
Yeah.
I know there are
Movie,
like some I
Alexa
forget what they were
buy
for, but there were some like ads on TV
garlic.
where it was where like they ended with the ad saying Alexa do such and such, and that feels like it should be illegal
Yeah. Garlic
for an ad to
ticker,
just be able to
Alexa
talk to
skills.
Alexa.
Hold on.
It's from the witches, maybe?
The witches, Alexa buy garlic. Garlic seen the witches.
Is this it?
No. What?
This is
What?
not it.
Garlic. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, but I like it.
Movie causes Alexa to buy garlic. Amazon's Alexa started ordering people dollhouses after hearing its name on TV. Children ordering accidentally otherwise items from gadgets is nothing new. Well, yeah. Return the beans. Give them back. Pick them up. Yeah. I think honestly, it's either gotta be a no-no for people do that, or people just need to actually, you know, set up their Alexas and stuff correctly. So it's like, yeah,
Mostly?
don't just buy things because I tell you to. Just I don't think being able to buy stuff voice activated is I don't think that's good. I think you should look at the product first.
There are those like buttons where like
Yeah, Amazon Go buttons or whatever.
yeah, you press the button and then Amazon adds like toilet paper to your shopping list and automatically buys it.
Yeah, and if you put all of them in a blender, blend it up, you can see if it hits random buttons. And then once all the stuff arrives that you ordered by randomly blending up the buttons, then you blend up that stuff all together. It's called Amazon Juice.
I thought
Juice.
Amazon Juice was bottles of pee from the fulfillment centers.
Oh yeah. But that's, well,
They can both be Amazon Juice.
there's many juices. All right, everyone, roll initiative as
6.
7 wereboars
Mm,
jump out of the bushes.
should I
Uh-oh.
get the veg wallet?
No.
But Daddy Linus says to get the veg
Linus
wallet.
Tech Tips is getting paid to sell you a like $100 wallet.
Holy shit, they owe $100. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, let me tell you what. How about you get a sponsorship by Ridge and then they'll send you a free one.
Hey, are they so expensive? They're just a little like
They're
you can get a gold-plated wallet?
Well,
A
let me
money
tell you,
clip?
Liz. Ridge is the most innovative, best wallet out there on the market right now. Unlike
It's a
your
wallet.
past wallets made out of flabby materials, these are made of metal alloy. I think Ridge will sponsor me, right? I just need to get a good thing going. The
If
Ridge
you need a metal
wallet.
wallet, I can just put some aluminum foil together for you.
Duct tape wallet. Duct
Yeah,
tape
like
wallet,
that, but
both aluminum
aluminum.
foil. Yeah. Can you put your wallet in the microwave? I didn't
Probably,
think so.
but I couldn't if it was metal.
Is the Ridge wallet magnetic? It's so slim and it can hold one card. You have your
Just a single
I carry on my Hy-Vee fuel saver card.
You really don't want a magnetic wallet because then all your cards are gonna get destroyed.
No, it's
Unless you have the right
anti-magnet
kind.
destroyed.
Well, if you just have like a wallet with a ferrous metal in it, then you get kind of a metal cage around it, and it's immune to magnets. But if the wallet itself is magnetic, you're in bad time zone.
Leather can be boiled and
Do
eaten.
This is
people
the thing
even
about
get
magnets, I know.
cases anymore?
Do people get what?
Why are we still talking about
Cases.
magnets?
Cases?
We came back around to it in a
The
completely different way.
phone.
People put cases on their phones?
Do people do that still?
People
Do you
have
have a case on
Liz.
your phone?
Liz, do you not often drop your phone?
I drop my phone constantly.
How's it
of life.
doing? How's your screen?
It has a crack in it.
Yeah.
But I also have a
see?
case.
Oh, you have a case. Okay.
I have a case.
People buy phone cases.
What? It's in
People-
a case.
People buy
Yeah,
phone
look at
cases.
this.
Liz, I can't
This
look.
is a
You're not.
case,
No
look.
one has their camera
No,
on.
I'm
I
talking
can't
to
look.
fucking Darian.
Darian, turn
Look,
your
look,
camera
Hurry
on.
to get back to her desk to play
This is
Dungeons
it
and
without the
Dragons.
case.
You tell Darian she's 18 minutes late.
This case goes in that case. It's magnet.
Guys, we
How is
started.
Darian
Because
in the voice
that's
chat
the
if she isn't
wallet part
actually
of the
here?
case.
Because
She was here.
She's 5 feet away in
It's
another room.
no, it's this is half case. That's the other half of case.
My case comes in 2 halves. Left and right.
Left and left.
Front and back.
Jane said to just start without her because she doesn't love us.
Okay.
Does Darian own anything made of leather?
Funny you should ask.
Well, I have leather, actually. I don't think it's actual leather.
Darian,
Aaron,
do you
I
have...
don't want to hear you talking through Liz's microphone.
Darian, you have leather?
What? She's not talking through
leather.
my microphone.
I'm right here.
Darian, what's made of leather that you have?
Equipment.
Equipment?
Uh-huh.
Recording equipment. Got it.
Did you know I'm equipment?
Videography.
Liz, you're
equipment.
leather?
Mm-hmm.
Liz, what do you own that's made of leather?
My sex toys.
Yeah, Liz is trying to say that she's equipped.
I'm going to I'm gonna boil all of your leather, and then we're gonna eat it together, like hobos.
Wait, you can boil leather and eat it?
Yeah.
Does it turn into jerky?
No,
Turns
Is it
into boiled leather.
nutritional at all?
I think it has
Is there-
calories.
Probably.
Everything has calories.
That's what you need. Especially if
You're
it... if it gives you 200 calories, but the next yam is like 29 steps away.
Wait, is that a loot table? What is that?
Yep. It's loot.
Wipe.
All right, guys. I'm rolling for your loot real quick. All right, you guys ready?
Nice. Yeah.
Um. Uh. Here we go.
Come on, alchemy jug. Give me the mayonnaise.
I want
Ooh.
mayonnaise.
As you were traveling on horseback out of Meletis, suddenly Marin is grabbed by a cyclops. Yoink!
I did not consent
And
to
pulled
that.
off of her horse. She is then thrown 50,000
20
feet
yards.
west.
No.
And
This
then
is a
the
search and
cyclops
rescue mission.
disappears.
Yeah.
Marin,
I
you
went the wrong
land.
way. I went the
Marin, you land in the ocean. In the Siren Sea.
I was gonna say that I was drowning, and then I remembered that I'm literally a
You're
mermaid.
a fish.
Fish lady. So,
Wait. Hold on. How would you like to do this?
I feel like
How would
I
you like
should
to
be
kill
able
the
to
sea?
I would like to contest his grabbing. I
No.
am very strong.
It's
I
impossible.
think the DM already said this happened.
We also
Well,
haven't started
sometimes-
yet.
I'm gonna thunder crash the sea.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna
Do you have the create destroy water
Make-
spell? Because
make an
you could do that
athletics-
for a while.
Make an athletics check, Darian.
Alright, 1 second.
What happens if every wizard in the world comes together and casts create or destroy water on the ocean for like a couple years?
We could probably. I don't know if we could stop rising sea levels or not with that. I don't know how much you create or destroy, and realistically,
But what
how
if,
much
30
you
what if
get rid of.
everyone? What if everyone could? Wouldn't that be sick? Every
How much
day I
did you say
wake
it was-
up and
it was,
destroy
Caleb?
water.
It's 30 gallons.
30 gallons times 7 billion per day.
That's how
yeah,
we're
we
gonna
could probably.
explore the
No, that's
bottom
only
of the
if
sea.
everyone's doing it once per day.
That's
Create
true.
destroy water is like a second level spell or fifth
Yeah,
level.
We could probably. I think it's like first level.
They're gonna need quite a bit of experience.
We all fight
college.
each other in non-lethal combat until we level up enough. Yeah, we could
I
probably.
cast wall of
do it.
water as I approach the ocean.
It throws you back up into the air and launches you to the right, to the east, 10,000 more feet.
You're 490,000 feet short. Do it again.
Whoa! You somehow land back on your horse, and there is no Cyclops anymore.
Man, are you okay? You look like you had like daymare.
You know,
Marin lands
I-
on the horse, but like at a horizontal angle. She launches in, and she and the horse
Yeah.
just go flying. Just ragdoll.
I don't know if I am okay.
All right.
Wow, that was the craziest like canon thing you can do in D&D. Like, rules is written. You can
Rules is
literally do that.
written.
What just happened was actually canon. Rules is written.
Rules is written.
All right, party. Everyone remember what happened
Back
last
to
time?
village.
Because I sure do. The party
Yeah, we decided.
decided to leave Meletis and head towards Setessa.
Yeah.
Wait, can I make you guys look around?
Not
you
if I'm
can't.
looking at the page right now.
Wait, but it's not 3D.
What's not 3D?
The map.
What do you mean?
You said that we could look around. I can't look around because it's not 3D.
I never said you could look around.
Are you gaslighting me?
I never said you could look around.
Why are you gaslighting me?
Liz, you literally can't look around. Why would I say you can look around if that's not true?
I'm reporting you to the president.
The president of who?
Wendy Winterstein doesn't control him anymore.
It's
The real
true.
president or
We
the
broke
fake
up.
president?
Me.
Why? Okay, so here's one thing about Roll20, guys. Next to your name, you should see a color. If you guys could all make your colors different instead of blue and
Blue and green.
What?
just to make it easier for me to tell who's
Done.
who.
Wait,
do a
no,
nice dark green.
Orethia.
Everyone just choose the same color. Oh, this is fine.
I picked that blue first. I get it.
This is Afara's blue, and I deserve it.
All right, guys.
I
so
can't see colors. Let me have this one.
Setessa
Then
is
you should
about
choose black.
Setessa's
Don't you
about
like
70
red
feet
barbs?
away.
What?
You
I
should
don't
be
like
red.
red.
Isn't red like your drink?
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about.
Here's
And
the
also,
battle map.
doesn't the god of lies or whatever have like red clothes?
No, you're
Red?
fucking dumb.
No, it doesn't.
He's like
I'm wrong
Dark-
about that.
dark blue purple.
Are you talking about
Okay.
Valky from the Kaldheim Magic the
Valky.
Gathering?
I don't know.
Schnalky.
Valkyrie.
Valky, God of Lies?
Alright guys, so Setessa's about 71 feet away. So over the next 12 seconds, is there anything you guys want to do?
Eat people.
No.
Alright,
I
that's one thing you
stopped
can
that from
do.
happening.
Alright,
How do I
make
make
an
that go
initiative.
away?
Make an initiative check
How
to
do-
see if you can stop them.
Okay. 3.
3. Bard, can you roll initiative?
Where's the erase button?
Wait,
got it.
Pretty sure
Arethea, were
Bard
you,
cannot
roll
Arethea, were you
anymore.
going to,
I
were you gonna
got it.
guide yourself?
8.
No.
I got it.
Okay. You rolled an 8?
Yeah.
Alright, Liz, you go first. What would you like to do on your
That's
turn?
not what I wanted.
I'd like to continue moving.
You can click on shapes you draw and then hit delete.
No.
You need to go to the select probably.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys can have fun with
It's
that.
not working.
That's
done it.
okay.
I figured it out.
So, last time you guys got prepared to leave, you all have horses now, or are a centaur.
Centaur.
And at the pace you can move, you'll probably make it to Setessa in 3.5 days. And so, the party heads out after Arethea sends their anvil rot companion, the owl, back to tell of where they're heading.
Yes.
God has forsaken us. Which one? There's 15 you have to choose from.
You know, Liz,
Darian, why would
we
you write
all-
butts there?
How did,
Liz,
no, hang on. How did you get my color?
what do
I
you
don't know what you're
mean?
talking about.
I can't delete it though.
Well, why'd you write it there?
Darren, you can click on it if you click on the select
But it's not
move
mine.
tool.
It's not mine.
Darren,
Why did you change your color?
you can change your
figured it
color
out.
if you we just went over this a little bit ago.
No, I wasn't. I didn't change anything because everyone else changed.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
never
so-
changed.
Would you
So
like
do
to
think
change
that
it?
Jake could have changed his color?
No.
I don't know how I changed this. This.
I have lost my marker.
That's okay.
Good.
Alright, so you guys are heading out on the road in the afternoon, because you spent a part of the morning here. Getting new armor, getting fitted for it.
Yeah.
And so, you guys head out to travel. Let's see. Let me just take a look real quick. So, as for, you know, traveling conditions you're on, there are well-traveled roads. This one that you're on, probably right now, since you guys wanted to head straight towards Setessa, will take you through Listes, and then to the Summer Nexus and Setessa. And it's pretty well-traveled, pretty decently from here to Listes. And you could probably make it in a day's time now. Or a day of travel.
To Setessa or to Listes?
Listes. Listas. As for the weather, you know, we've got light clouds. It's pretty cool out. And
That's pretty cool, dude.
not very windy, pretty calm. And so the party makes their way. Is there anything characters would like to do while riding on horseback? Traveling activities?
Well,
I mean, is there
I
really
just-
much that you can do while you're on horseback?
You can keep watch for your party, which gives you advantage on like perception and stuff, and it's harder for you to be surprised while traveling. You can not scavenge, but kind of forage for different items if you need them for anything. If you have a cartography kit kind of thing, you know, you could be, you know, practicing your map making. Or if you don't even have them, you could be a very, you know, super novice, but still trying to work on something. You could also, wizards can sometimes, you know, spend some time reading through their spell books or other books they find to read up on stuff while riding on horseback. Because it's not like you guys are going to be at a full sprint the entire time.
yeah, a trot.
Yeah.
Could I try
Or
to
a
figure out what
canter.
that drum is?
Yeah, you could
Or-
spend some time. We'll say this is decently light activity. And also you have times when you're traveling where you can stop with your horses, right, and take a rest.
Mm-hmm.
Since they move at 60 feet, you know, 10 feet every 6 seconds, or every second, you know, they travel pretty fast. Twice as fast, actually, as you used to travel.
Mm-hmm. So Aretha is not really a great artist. She's very good-spirited, but is terrible when it comes to, you know, traditional mediums. But she still likes to make her own works of art as gifts to offer to gods and other people. So she's painting scenery, like with her thumb and like a couple primary and secondary colors on like a small sheet of paper.
Yeah. Good to know.
Finger painting.
Yes.
Finger painting.
I'm going to practice my music. What I'll do.
The bard and the music. you-
Yes, but
Can you write a
I
horse
wanna-
song? Spuds, spuds,
No.
spuds.
Nope. I
Um,
can't. Sorry. But if there's anyone like that we meet along the way, I want to play music for them.
Yeah, okay. Marin.
It sounds like we got someone looking at a drum, someone playing music, someone painting. I'm going to keep watch.
Sounds good.
We have the 4 horses or the 3 horses to keep watch.
What about
I'm-
Snail?
Also, Snail.
Snail uses their
Nails in the
eyes.
sidecar enjoying life.
I don't know if the horses really know what to look for, and also I think I'm better at watch than horses.
You know, that might be true.
Spud, what a wind up.
Oh.
She went,
Did she sock you in the face?
no, she just had a lot to
She
say.
pulled back her arm and she was like, "Here it comes." All right,
mean-
Darian.
I've looked at drum.
You look at drum, and I'm now adding to your info doc, the Darian info doc.
Brinfo Doc.
The drums things. Boop. They are now there. Beneath your spell scroll of sleep that you have on you.
By the way, you have a spell scroll of sleep on you.
By the way, you picked that up a little bit ago. Yeah. So we got painting, bard. Let's see. Let's see how eventful the day is.
Yes.
Um.
Yes.
Mm, mm, mm.
What happens? What happens?
You pass by quite a few groups. None of them, traveling the same direction as you. But coming the opposite direction, there's quite a few groups coming along. Many of them are bands of centaurs from the Lagona territory, where you guys are heading kind of into right now. So you
My
come across
people.
a lot of, a lot of bands of merchants and whatnot. A lot of traders that you play for. Make a performance.
I just want to clarify that I don't want to play for anyone who's from the Lagona tribe.
You don't want to play for any of them?
No.
Okay. Well, that's mainly who you pass by, who come into town. Probably one or two groups.
Anyone who's not them?
No.
Damn. Really? Huh. Okay.
Mostly the Lagona
I-
band centaurs in the
Can
grasslands.
I tell?
Actually-
I could probably tell that they're from the Lagona tribe, right?
Yeah, and they would tell you that as well as you pass by, kind of in idle chit chat.
I'm also going to be like if I'm practicing music and like some other people from the tribe pass by, I'm being very antisocial, like staying away, not talking to them.
Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, other than that, you guys just pass by those couple groups kind of throughout the afternoon and evening time. Not many people traveling towards Meletis from Lists.
Liz,
Blizz.
Bard. Did you know any of those? I know you come from the Lagona tribe, but maybe you haven't spent so much time with them.
How many, like, what are the chances that I'd recognize them, Mr. DM? I don't know how big the Lagona tribe is.
It's, I mean, very big. Very, very, very big.
Oh, so it's
And
like
the
asking
Lagona
the
tribe
Asians
also
in-
has like many different groups, so it's possible you've never met some groups. Because a lot of members of the Lagona kind of tribe of centaurs, they all travel in packs of 4 or 5, and they're kind
Okay.
of they're kind of like found family, unless it's your actual family.
Okay. So, you ask me this and I go, no, but they're all the same. You've met one, you've met them all.
They're all just cards.
You're telling me they're
So
all just
sweet.
like you?
No, they're not like me. There's a reason I left.
So, okay.
All right.
Anyways, let's keep moving. How about some music?
What do we do with the drunken sailor?
Dun da 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 da.
All right. So you guys travel throughout the afternoon and the evening. And since it wasn't a full day of travel, you guys make it just a little bit well, at nighttime. Here, let me bring back all you guys. You guys want to travel through the night a little bit?
Yeah, since we started a little bit late, if we can make it to Listes,
Yeah.
without going too far in.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I think-
nearing the end of the evening, as the lights start to go, or the sun starts to set, is when off in the far distance you can see let me get the correct word. Notes. The Fortress of Listis. As you look at it, you see these bright, kind of brick walls just rising up in a circular formation around the entire fortress. And from where you're coming in, you do see there's a nice paved path near the front of an entrance with lights. And many lights also coming out the top of it as well. And so...
Is this like a town kind of fortress combo? Like, is it open to travelers? Or is it like a town built up around a fortress, or?
You can roll history for what you would know about it.
Sure.
Or what you might have, heard about it before.
Probably passed through here before. That's 11 plus 1, 12.
12? For the most part, it's a lot, and especially because you just came from Meletis. Listes, you might have heard, is a fortress that houses many members of the Reverent Army. Many units come and go from it as they're going from place to place. And a lot of their families stay there as well, from time to time.
Just realized that we kind of planned a route without really, researching where we're going.
Nah, I've never researched where I go. It's fine.
Okay. You are the most experienced traveler.
I actually don't know if that's true. I've kind of been around one spot for my whole life, and then I just came out over here and met you guys.
Riley, isn't the Laguna tribe the traveling tribe?
The
nomadic
merchants?
tribe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The nomadic
I
merchants?
I think I'm the most experienced here, maybe?
Maybe?
Oh, so when did you leave the Laguna tribe?
Around... Oh god, how old am I? Forget how ages work.
How old am I?
Hold that thought. I'm sorry, I
Age
don't
is
remember
just
my
a
age.
number. What have you how
Um,
many experiences have you had is what Aretha really asked. How wise are
Yes.
you?
Oh, I'm like 20. Okay.
What's your wisdom
So I
score?
probably left
Only one
Oh.
major life event so far.
one major. But I left probably about 3-4 years ago.
I mean, that's a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really bad at this role playing thing.
Says Bard.
Says Liz.
Alright. So the sun sets and you guys continue your way following the light towards the fortress, or, the light coming from the fortress, as you can also pull out your own kind of light sources as you travel on the road. I assume, right? Everyone's cool with that?
Yeah. I'll pull up my lantern.
Alright.
I think I just got torches. It's maybe not the best.
I have like a couple
What happened to
flashlights if you
Bard?
want one.
Where did Bard
I
go
think
on
I
the
have.
map?
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah,
have.
that's what I said. I said that a while ago. I was like, my character's gone.
Did you get rid of it?
I think so.
You might be able to drag it back on. Do you see that there's like a... Maybe I
No,
have
we
to...
can't see ours.
No.
I think I have to share that
Yeah.
somehow. I don't know how, though. Boop.
There it is.
Which
Now
one?
this
Yay.
time, don't
Wait,
lose
I need
this.
control.
Yeah, I'm giving it to you. They said don't lose it. As you all are starting to make the path all the way down into where this this fortress is in the grasslands here, you're making your way towards the front gate when you start to hear the beat of wings flap above.
I look up.
Above the party, it's hard to make out, but through the lights they're carrying as well, you see what seems to be a band of Pegasus riders who are flying down, lower and lower towards the front gate. As you guys make your way to the front as well, you see that the Pegasus riders have fully landed here. Aretha, you would probably recognize the one band of Pegasus riders here of Meletis as the Sky Sworn. A band, a unit of the Reverent Army who, as their name might imply, makes a lot of use out of Pegasus, or Pegasi.
Yo, you guys are sick as fuck.
You see a human male looking rider turn to you and he waves and says, "Ah! Travelers, what brings you here tonight?"
We're just passing through.
"Ah, well, will you be staying with us then?"
You have rooms?
Who are you?
"Oh, I'm sorry, pardon myself. I am Basarios, captain of the Skysworn."
I turn to the party. I'm like, any of you guys know who the Sky Swarm is? Oh,
You don't know who the Skysworn are?
no.
No.
Should I?
Are you saying
I mean-
swarm or sworn when you say sky sworn?
SWORN.
Okay, thank you.
Sworn. Sworn? Sky Sworn.
Only the most famous band of warriors in this part of Theros.
I
Well,
thought that was us now.
yeah. Didn't we summon a demon? Like, I think that makes us pretty famous.
Did we
know.
summon that demon?
I mean,
Have you
I did.
really not heard of the stories?
No. We should probably turn around and talk to them about that. Yeah. We can stay with you guys.
Ah. Good. We have many open housing, since many of the families who have come have headed back
Insight
towards
check.
Meletis. Insight check?
Yeah, this feels weird. I don't like it.
Okay. Make a insight check.
Feels weird. Do not
Feels
like.
weird.
I almost forgot to add the D. I got 20.
20?
Could you
No,
imagine?
no, as
Oh.
I got
Couldn't be me.
10,
Could never be me.
which is interesting because I have a +8 to insight, but you know,
So what's your total roll?
10.
10? You detect no hints of lying from Basarios.
Okay.
You know, my friend Orithia over here, she is kind of a fangirl of you guys. You guys should talk.
I just, the amount of respect that you should give.
You did say that they are the most famous warriors in the land.
At least here, yeah.
You guys should talk. You know, Orithia here is a champion of fuck.
Fuck.
Meletis.
Avara.
Afara. Afara's champion.
we heard the news had come, but you're the one?
Yeah. Point to my helmet. I got the helmet of the gods and everything.
He
Finger
stares at you
pokes.
for a moment, looking very inquisitive, and then he leans back and he lets out a hearty laugh. Ah, you must come in and drink with us then. It has been so long since we've drank with the champion.
Oh, hell
Okay.
yeah.
And,
I lean over to Marin and I whisper, "How are they the strongest in the land if they fight in the sky?"
I lived in the sea. I don't know who they are.
I lived in a forest. I don't know him either.
Guys, I think there's free alcohol if we walk in there.
Interesting. I'm just kind of like just thinking. Marin is racking her brain trying to figure out because she's getting some weird vibes. I don't know why. She's just getting some weird vibes from this whole scenario.
Okay.
She is or you are?
We are one and the same.
I head in.
Alright. As you
Yeah,
guys head
you
in,
go in just
uh,
cautiously.
in the Discord in general, I will drop
General.
in the general layout of lists. Oh, it's a TIFF file. Hold on.
Oh God.
What's a tiff?
It's for a
Whoa,
different
that's
thing.
awesome. It's a circle.
It's a circle. It's a big keep. Can you open the TIFF?
What? I
Yeah.
can.
I
Oh,
opened it.
TIFF
So
photos.
which entrance are we coming? The west one?
Yep, you guys are coming in through the west entrance. There are stables at each entrance. And you guys are coming in through the Skysworn side of town, kinda. You can call it. It is kind of, as you go inside, seems to be like a very like small village, you could say, as there's the great walls that rise very high up to defend the place. And then in the center area, you do see there's lots of just kind of housing, kind of food places around. And that's about all there is there, though. Underneath the walls, you have the stables where a lot of the Pegasus, or the Pegasi and horses stay, as well as just general battlements kind of around.
Right.
And so
We should
that's...
probably leave our horses at one of those stables.
I think I'm gonna rename my horse.
You guys can
Later.
also, what's the term? Board your horses for free?
Yeah.
Seeing
Oh,
as Arethia is a member of the, Meletian Guard. Reverent Army, but not a part of the unit, is what we decided on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a part of any unit because I'm still located in. Yeah.
Yep. And so you guys are brought inside. You guys can drop off your horses if you'd like.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yes.
you can just like leave them chilling around. And as you're walking through the streets, there are
Free range.
some kind of stalls and carts like you saw back in the Agora. Not as many, but there's quite a few around. Many guards take up posts in throughout the wall of the city, walking back and forth, watching over the place. And there are also guards out front through the doors you walked in, of course. And the streets are very well lit, even though it's like all one street, just or I guess there's one big circle street and then little streets, pathways leading towards the center, where there's just kind of like an open court area. And Basarios leads you all towards what seems to be a little inn and tavern on the Skysworn side of the place. As you go in, the captain throws up his arms into the air and goes, "Hey!" As many members, some of them still wearing their guard attire of the members of the Sky Sworn, throw up their hands and go, "Hey!" Many with drinks in hand. And then Basara's kind of, he leads the 4 of you, 5 I guess, because Snail, the 5 of you in to kind of a booth area there. And he sits down with you all, as some other people kind of sit around, trying to talk to him. Basarios leans in, he's like, "Oh, so, anything we can get you? I'm sure you'll be needing rooms, so, I've already asked a friend to go get those. But, we've got food and drink if you're in need."
Got any red?
They have bread.
Red?
No, red.
Red?
You got bread?
Basarios looks at you confused. Red what?
You've never had red? I
Red
come
what?
over and I pull out a container and I open it and you can like almost see like the fumes come out. And I pour on my glass and I say, just give it a shot.
Are you sure this is safe? He kind of
Take a swig
sniffs it.
first if you need me to.
What does red smell like?
So
Yes.
let's see.
Chlorine.
It has a slight oh god, a slight.
It smells like vinegar.
Oh.
No. Ooh. It's like smells like Gatorade, but it has a little bit
What
of
does Gatorade
a...
smell like? What does that mean?
What
You don't
flavor of
know
Gatorade
Gatorade?
smells like sweat.
No, what flavor of Gatorade?
red flavor.
Which red?
Cherry.
There's different cherry? Okay.
But it's not cherry flavor.
It smells
it's
like
red
cursed
flavor.
cherries.
Well, no, it's like almost moldy smell, but it's not moldy. It's like a naturey smell.
Smells like
Now when you
right
say
before it
mold,
rains.
do you mean like the mold that makes you want to gag when you smell it?
No.
Smells like what it smells like when it's right before it's supposed
It
to
smells
rain.
like a little bit woody.
As he holds it up to his nose, kind of like looks back with like a weird look on his face, like, But then some of the other members of his unit around him go chug, 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 chug. And he then slams the whole thing, the whole glass.
Now, as he slams it, I say extremely fast, "I'm not responsible for anything that happens after you drink red."
After finishing most of it, he kind of spits out the last part. He's like, right, and he goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, what is that? What's
Oh,
in
it's
there?"
only the finest. Now, since you've drank that, you won't get hungover at all tomorrow.
But I was looking forward to that.
Being hungover?
It gives me a day off. Being a captain
Well,
is hard.
I can actually help you with that. I quickly switch over to a new container, and like it sounds very empty. And I pull out maybe like a shot's worth of a blue liquid. I'm like, "Try this," and I say it like wide-eyed, like really excited. Just try it.
Before he tries that, I don't think I've done this for blue yet. I'm gonna cast detect poison and disease.
The lore behind blue should detect. Oh no, not poison or disease. It's just more cursed.
I'll use divine sense on it.
It's slightly more
This
cursed.
pile of liquid we don't know about, and we immediately just all start analyzing it.
Blue is desecrated.
Everyone's eyes flash with a different magic, and we're all like, "Oh,
Detect
what the
magic,
fuck?"
divine sense, detect poisons and disease.
The other three party members are
consider-
like,
Everyone's staring intently at it, and he's like,
I
think your friends might want to taste first before me."
I'll drink it with you, and then I pour it into like half of it back into the jug, and I hold it like I hold one hand out to him with the shot glass, and then one holding the jug close to my mouth.
Bard, if you don't drink this, I swear to God, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight, Bard.
Basarios picks
I
up.
look at him and I like nod, like, come on.
Yeah,
Are we doing
Basarios
this?
picks his up and he lifts it towards you and he goes, "All right."
I take the thing and I take a swig.
He throws it back. And
Wait, throws the bag like over his shoulder?
no, into his mouth.
Oh, like actually drinks it.
like
okay.
a shot. Blech. Throw it back, baby.
Oh, that's the good stuff. We're in for a good night tonight, friend. And I go and hit his shoulder.
What is,
with
no,
my
you
arm.
have to say what it tastes like.
The appendage I have.
What does it taste like?
Oh, what it tastes like?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever drank Hawkeye?
No.
If you've ever drank Hawkeye, that's what it tastes like.
What does Hawkeye taste
Hawkeye,
like?
isn't that the really cheap, super bad vodka?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've had that. Oh yeah, that's strong and very
I thought
not
it was
good.
moonshine.
Is
No,
Hawkeye
it's just
alcoholic?
really,
Yeah.
it's vodka and it
What
comes in a
proof?
plastic jug. Like
Uh,
it's 16% alcohol by volume or something. That might be right. It might be like 20 or 30.
yeah.
I forget
so
how
it
much.
tastes
It's a
like
lot.
that,
So you
and
give
it's not good.
you give him bad alcohol and he says, "Oh."
Hold on,
But
let me
it's
check
really
my fridge real quick.
strong.
I might have some.
It's really strong. He's like, "Oh, that hits hard."
Yeah.
Aaron is no longer suspicious.
Anyways,
Ah,
I go
alright.
to, I go to put my hand on his shoulder and like as I'm lifting my hand up, though, I go, see, that's the good stuff. And then as I try to put my hand on his shoulder, I miss and kind of like almost fall over, but I don't.
Where-
As you fall, Basarios is like, and you know all the units around are like, "Whoa." They're like, "Whoa.
Wasted.
Are you
I'm
okay?"
sorry, that's all the blue I had. It takes a while to make.
They all start kind of cheering. They're like, "Woo! We're getting drunk tonight!" And they all turn back to drinking and eating once again.
I turn. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying as alcohol is brought to your guys' table as well.
I drink up.
Alcohol.
I turn to May and I'm like, you see, back where I'm from, they call parties and dudes like these fraternities. They get really fucked up. You don't always know if it's a good one or not till it might be too late, but they seem fine for now.
There's just so you know, there are men and women.
Yeah,
Just so you know, it's not just like a frat boy thing.
I never said fraternities were male only.
Are they?
Well, I mean, they are in real life.
Yeah.
In
Maybe not
fish life. In
What is-
fish life, it might not be.
what is fraternity? Define
Fraternity means
fraternity
brotherhood,
in fish.
but I don't think fraternity just. It's basically a sorority and a fraternity, but like in one group.
This is just eternity.
Yeah, but they call it fraternity.
Aurority.
Sorority.
Where I'm from, which was
A cave.
yeah, a cave. There wasn't alcohol, so like the first time I drank was with you guys, and I gotta say it tastes really bad, and I'm not a fan of it.
It's not good. You don't drink it because it tastes good.
Then why would I drink it?
Wait a second. What's the point?
Because sometimes life is too hard to be sober. And with that, she takes a sip. Actually, not a sip, like a whole ass chug.
It's okay, May. I don't drink either.
You mean like alcohol, right?
Yeah, I just have my rope. I pull out my rope and start munching on it.
Oh,
This
you
isn't
like
enough
the
for
rope.
me.
I'm gnawing on my rope.
I'm gnawing on my rope.
As you're gnawing on your rope, and everyone's, you know, kind of eating and drinking now, Basarius turns to you and he's like, "So, in just a few days we've gotten the news that it was your group who fended off the brine giant. Am I correct?
Bryant.
The Bryant.
It was just a couple days ago, actually, maybe a week now.
So, how'd you take it down?
Oh,
We've gotta
well,
hear the story.
To be fair, it wasn't just my mind. My friend May here and I were the ones taking it on head on. Meanwhile, my other two compatriots were going into their, base of operations to take on the head of the operation, as you might say. But on the front lines, yes, coming off the wall, you know how the guards of Meletis take the step of faith, and that's all magnificent. We landed right on the brine giant.
What?
As it's...
How'd you get up
Yes.
there? There's now a crowd kind of surrounded the table of other, members of the Sky Sworn.
Yeah. Well, you're not the only ones with Pegasus.
They all go, ooh.
May and I are riding in on the great chariots. We land on the brine giants. We're fighting off Tritons, the shore stalkers, and as the big brine giant lifts up the statue of Kainos over his head to smash it into the walls, I take out the enchanter leading the storm on the front, and the statue comes down. But
Also
wait,
crashed the chariot back where we were. It was pretty weird.
but wait. What happened to me and my friend May? Well, that's a story for another day.
Everyone goes, ah, come on.
Did you die?
Did you die?
Well, I wouldn't be a hero if I died.
No, but
I
you'd be a
wasn't
legend.
Actually. I didn't
True.
say that.
Fascinating. My, that's quite the story. And so, and he kind of looks over all of you. Are you looking to make more stories like that now? Where do you happen to be heading? I guess we just asked if you were stopping through before.
We're going
We
to
are
Setessa.
on the first step of our, I guess, adventuring phase. Heading to Setessa at the moment.
Ah, are you going to meet the god of Setessa, Karametra?
What?
That would be very nice, but...
Well, meet as in, that's where her influence is. Have any of you been there before? It's a marvelous place. The beauty of the trees and the large architecture.
I've only been on land for about a month now. So no.
Ah, fresh fish out of water.
You could say that.
What about the rest of you?
After like the whole speech and all the attention and everything, and now like with this questioning, I've just kind of sunk back further into my seat, just trying to like avoid people looking at me kind of as much as I can.
Yeah. Oh, well, if it's your first time heading that way, I'd recommend heading through the Summer Nexus. I'm sure you're probably already taking the road there. It's a straight shot into Setessa once you hit that. But be careful, there's always stuff about. I think there should be a Rangers guild somewhere outside, close to here. Closer, towards the east some more. You could probably talk to them more about what lies in the forests there, in the Nessian wood.
I think we'll be good for the woods.
Oh, but May, wouldn't you like to talk to more of people, more of your inclination?
Well, I don't know about that. I'm not really a people person.
Oh, but what
Yeah,
about
I don't know if we need to do that.
or Snail?
I mean,
We
snails.
could. They could have secrets.
They could have secrets.
I mean, I guess
Snail likes secret.
Snail does like secrets. Part of the reason for coming here was I kind of just assumed that there might be something to find here, just based on kind of the history here and where Snail originally came from. I guess a Rangers Guild would be a good place to maybe try to look for some of that information, I guess.
From what I know, the Rangers Guild never goes into the woods too deep, as many monsters lie there and fallen temples, or so the legends go. But heading east sounds like a best bet for now. If you head too far north, you might run into the Fairies Band raiders of centaurs. And down south, we've been seeing less, but still some of the returned who have been coming up towards the shore here, looking for pieces to put back, to bring back to their civilization. I honestly feel bad for them down in Asphodel in the Despairlands. But, not many here will share that sympathy, but I think you'll be safe with my men if you, have any condolences to give to the returned. It's not a nice life, many of them were forced out of the underworld.
We're pretty...
Forced? What do you mean by forced?
Well, we've come across some of the returned, and whether it's a lie or not, many of them say they didn't come back to the world of the living by choice. And so we let them go about their way, collecting, what's the... shipwrecks, there we go. Or stuff that just rolls up on shore, as they need many of the supplies down there. However, like I said, many of the other units here, they'd rather just kill the returned on sight without talking to them first. Speaking of strange sightings from down there, there was a... whatchamacallit? A chimera flying around to the west here. We tried tracking it down a couple times, but could never lock it down, a specific location. We remember seeing many dark souls, eidolons, I suppose, coming from the north and the east down by Asphodel. But it doesn't seem it's come around, at least I haven't seen in the past couple days on our patrols.
We might have encountered that.
You encountered the chimera? The one eating the eidolons?
Was the one we fought eating eidolons? Any of you guys remember? I just shot at it. I didn't...
Definitely wasn't friendly to them.
Well, every time we saw it running around the woods, it would spew out this blighted breath, and it would cripple trees wherever it was.
That does sound like it.
Well, if you've dealt with it, that sounds, good, but I hope those eidolons never come back after that. We haven't seen them since, like I said, but who knows when the next anomaly will appear.
Anomalies? You mean the Nyxborn falling out of the sky? That sort of thing?
Yes, those kinds of things. The Nyxborn come from the sky, the return come from the earth. Okay. And then we've got everything in between, in the middle here.
I've been hearing that those have been on the rise, but I haven't really seen it. Is it really that much of a challenge out here?
Well, it's not a cakewalk by any means. Recently, I should say, within the past, time here, let's see. In Theros, they don't really keep track of time all too well. But,
yeah.
we'll say within, the past, within the past months or so, many of the undead have continued to spread throughout the Despairlands. Much of the land down there now just barren. and them having to come up and take what they can find from the shores. As for the Nyxborn, we've been encountering much more, especially in the past, I don't know, half of a year? 6 months, I should say, of a calendar year. It's been strange. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, never, a pattern between what kind of creature comes Nyxborn next. Of course, there's always been many Nyxborn, members of our society. Sometimes the oracles, like in Meletis. Some can be Nyxborn there. And we've even had some incarnations of, fighting spirits on our sides. Up in Akros. During battle with, Minotaurs. And the return of Odunos, whenever they would invade. But, yeah, like I said, nothing like this before, though. Many of them are extremely aggressive from what I've seen. So we've been out on the roads making sure everything's been, safe for any travelers, but it's hard to cover everything, especially with the growing rate at which we keep encountering them. But I can say not all are bad. Sometimes you find a very, very lucky... I can't say I ever have, but some farmers have run across Nyxborn rams. And their fleece, let me tell you, I've heard they're amazing.
We have actually been coming across several Nyxborn and whatnot. This is honestly a bit concerning.
I'd say. My question is where they'd come from, but I don't have any way of speaking with the gods myself, so I always have to talk to others here about what they think.
Well,
Yeah, I guess that's good to know. It's some good information.
Especially keep that Nyx Fleece ram in mind, okay? Though apparently those things, their wool, very good. Right? Right, Todd? And he turns around when the guy's like, yeah, I heard it's amazing from a farmer up north.
like amazing how like it's warm or it's strong or it's soft or
It's the
all-
softest, most prettiest fleece you'll ever see. Any clothes made from it, just exquisite.
Huh.
Didn't we have a traveler come through here sometime? And they're like, oh yeah, there was a guy who had very, he's looking pretty. And they're like, oh yeah. Well, never caught his name, but they're just kind of gabbing on now.
Did we already get rooms figured out here, or do we need to do that still?
While you guys have been talking and eating, you've been given 2 keys. Since you guys, if you wanted guys to pair off, rooms are in. Actually, you guys got 1 key. I forgot. It's 1 key. A lot of the housing or like living kind of quarters here is everyone kind of lives in groups.
Right.
And so you've
A
got
little
one of the people come over and they say, we've got a room with 4 beds laid out for you upstairs.
Right. You come and say that and give us the key. I'm going to the room.
Dip out.
And yeah, I guess
Alright.
Snail can either stay with me or come with me or stay here, kind of up to him.
Snail's actually like surrounded by a bunch of people and he keeps going and he's like flickering his tongue and they're all like, woo.
I'm gonna
Just
be.
stay down here and
Yeah.
listen a bit longer.
I'll chat with some people and then I'll take a couple walks around the fortress encampment area thing.
Okay.
I'm
Um,
gonna stick with Orethia.
If Snail does stay behind for a bit, I'm going to give him a little pet as I pass by on my way up to the room and cast Beast Bond. Or
Okay.
Beast Sense.
Beast sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you guys are, talking with other people in the tavern area, Tamarin, some of the guys, or not just guys, some of the people come up and they're kind of talking to you. They're like, "Oh, what's that bident? Whoa, crazy stuff. Can I touch it and stuff?" They see your big old gold bident and they're like, "Oh, it looks amazing. Where'd you get
Be
it
careful.
from?"
It's a present from Jesus fucking Christ. I'm sorry, my
Keranos?
brain just died. Yeah, Keranos.
Karen knows. They all kind of reel back and like, "Really?"
Yeah. Well, I'm holding on to it for now. Trying to, kind of get it back into shape, I guess. So I can send it back to him.
Have you ever spoke with Keranos, your god? I mean, he'd only give out gifts to his most beloved, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, he strikes me with lightning a lot.
They're like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, that's crazy. We have someone in town who can talk with their god as well."
Oh yeah?
Yeah, there's an oracle. They haven't been here for too long since units have been swapping in and out, but one of the members of the Riders of Heliod, they've got an oracle over there. So if we ever have any questions, we always go and talk to them.
Interesting. You said Riders of Heliod?
The Riders of Heliod. 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 And for a little bit, they kind of gab on with you. Some of them are Tritons as well.
Mhm.
A lot of the people here are of pretty much every race, from what you can tell. Like, there's a Minotaur, maybe. But then there's quite a few Tritons, humans. A couple satyrs here and there, some centaurs.
Elves.
It might be
everything.
kind of hard for centaurs to ride Pegasi, but, they're still part of the team.
Oh, they're the ground.
The ground force. So they go on with you guys. And then Marin and Bard, you guys wanted to go around outside. Or not Marin, Rethia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you go outside, it's gone much later into the evening now. Not too many people out on the streets. A lot of vendors have kind of closed up there. Or there's some that are still around talking with people. But, yeah. Anywhere in particular you guys wanted to head around?
I wanted to just kind of touch the walls, be with the older parts of the place, and maybe be on top of the walls, look out around this outside.
Yeah, you could climb all the way to the top of the walls if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
You are, a member of the Meletian Guard.
Hmm.
And Bard, you can go wherever Orethia does as well, as long as you're accompanied.
I'm gonna come with and just kind of hang out.
Yeah. So atop the wall, you guys kind of look out over the vast sea of just grass. Very hard to, make out a lot, but through the moonlight, it is very, very pretty sight atop the walls. Up there as well, while you're watching, you start to hear someone talking to you atop the wall. Just kind of like a figure cloaked in kind of white and gray cloaks. You hear a very feminine voice as she's like, "It's very beautiful at night, don't you think?"
Yeah, I spent so much time in the city. There's always been people in my life. I never got a chance to really just be at peace with nature.
I come up here every night. It's very, very nice to just be here, living in the moment. And she kind of turns to you and she goes, "Hi, I'm what's the name I said earlier? It was, Eris. As she kind of reaches out a hand.
Arethia, I'm from Meletis.
Ah.
And I'm Bard.
She reaches out a hand, or to shake your hand as well, Bard.
I for a second kind of look disappointed, and then look up, and then reach my hand out, and then shake her hand. It's
Wait,
almost
you
as
look
if I forgot.
disappointed?
Yeah, it's almost as if I forgot that I had arms.
Not again. So what brings you to the top of the walls? Are you from around here?
No. Well, relatively. I've stayed mostly to the Southern Peninsula, mainly in Meletis, but in the surrounding hamlets as well. Bard, you've been around here.
I was with the Laguna tribe,
Hmm.
so
Ah.
I was near.
As for tonight, though, I just felt like this is where I needed to be.
It must be so nice to be outside the walls. I, for one, have never traveled too far out. I was orphaned here in lists, and I've just been cared for by all the groups who come through.
You were born here?
Not born, but, well, I guess at a very young age I was just left. I've been here ever since. But it's a good life. You get to meet many people. And, well, I've become very fond recently of the Riders of Heliod. They're very nice to me. Especially one person. She kind of looks dreamingly off of the balcony. I guess is it a balcony? Off the wall. The wall.
The
For sure.
parapet.
The railing.
Yeah.
And she kind of like
Oh, yes.
looks dreamingly off to the west.
I must imagine that, yes, that must be a nice life.
Someday, though, I do hope to travel outside. It's just so hard to travel on your own, and the bands have always told me to stay behind. As you can see, and she kind of holds up her arms, I'm not the strongest or well fit to be traveling. So it's not easy for me to make my way around. But getting to hear everyone's stories as they come to and fro, it does bring joy. She looks back towards the both of you. You're from Meletis? Off west, you say?
Yeah, yes.
What's it like there?
Well, it's for most of my life, it's pretty much all that I could have asked for. All kinds of people coming together to take care of each other, have some good fun, you know, in reference to the gods that watch over us. Always busy and bustling. But
I don't know if I could be around so many people. I mean, there's many here, but I do have my own space, I suppose they've set aside over the years.
It has felt a little empty since I left.
So, how long are you all planning on staying here? If you're here for a little bit, I could, I mean, well, never mind.
You could what? Go on.
Well, I have this gift, I suppose. No one else here has ever had it, but they call me the Oracle here in lists. And well, if you ever needed a reading done, or if you wanted me to talk to someone, one of the gods for you, I would be happy to oblige. They often answer me, which
Who
is
do you-
supposedly a strange circumstance.
Who do you follow?
Well, I've been talking lately a lot with Heliod, the god of the sun.
How's that been working out for you?
It's been going wonderfully. Like I said, the riders of Heliod, they introduced me. They've been staying here for quite a while now, and I've quite enjoyed it.
Met another oracle before?
Another oracle? No, I'm the only one. No oracles have passed through here or really fight as among the units as they stay here.
Have you ever wanted to meet one before?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it has been lonely knowing I'm the only one here, but I'm sure there's some more out there, right? Have you ever met one? Other than me?
I know of one.
Really?
Why
What-
don't you...
What's it like?
Oh,
What did they say? Do they look like me?
it's a long story. How about you get some breakfast with me tomorrow and we can talk about it then?
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Well, what's your name again? I'm sorry, I don't think I caught it before.
My name's Bard.
Bard. Like like some of the instruments players who come through here often.
Exactly like that.
Oh, will you play a song for me tomorrow as well? Please?
Of course.
Oh, it's
Sure.
so far and few in between when we have entertainers around. For the most part, many of the soldiers will try and play a ditty, but it just turns into screaming after a while.
Did you know that I had a concert back at Meletis?
What's a concert?
I played for a large crowd.
she kind of shivers. Ooh. How many people were there?
Hundreds.
her jaw drops. For real?
For real, I am that good.
I don't think I could ever do anything in front of that many people.
It's not for everyone, that's for sure. And I kind of look pretty what's it, smug. It's not an easy job, but it's my life.
Well, I'm glad to have met both of you, Bard and Arethia. I forget if
yes.
you told her or not.
Yeah, I introduced
Yeah.
myself. Arethia.
Where
It is
where
getting
are
a
you
bit
staying?
chilly up here. Where am I staying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a place on the northern side of the keep here, of the fortress. That's where the riders of Heliod are staying. I've been acting as kind of a, I've shown them around the place when they first got here. But I have a room up there.
Are we staying in the same area? I turned to read it. Is that where we're staying?
No, we are staying on the western side.
The western side.
Yeah, the southwestern side is where the Sky Sworn are.
How about tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp, we meet in the central hub?
8 a.m.? Don't you mean sun up? No. Sunrise.
Yes, two clicks past sunrise of your local sundial.
That sounds great.
Clicks.
I'll see you then. As she kind of runs off, she tightens her cloak around her, as the top of the walls are a little bit chilly. As it was much cooler weather, during the day. Got a little colder at night.
I turned to Aretha, I'm like, I'm gonna have to drink a lot of red to be ready at 8 a.m. Why did I say that?
What do you mean? In D&D, you can go to bed early. You can get 8 hours of sleep if you try.
I am very tipsy.
We
Bard, you go ahead and get a head start.
we smash cut over to Snail, who's still partying.
I'm down there with Snail to make sure no one tries to sock Snail.
Snail would have probably just gone and hung out with Marin
Yeah.
since Rethia and Bard wandered off.
A lot of
They
the
both have a
soldiers
point
are trying to play
to
like party
be to-
games. They start like tossing treats in the air and they're like, go! And Snail has a couple, we'll say.
Snail would probably have a couple, but would get annoyed of it pretty fast.
Some of the drunk guys are like, make a hoop, make a hoop. And
You know,
Snail's
Snail
like,
is an intelligent being, yeah?
well, yeah, of course. And then one of the dudes is like making a hoop with his arm. He's like, I could do it too, look. And they all start making hoops. At this point, you can tell they've been going hard.
I kind of look at Snail and I'm gonna be like, I think I'm ready for bedtime.
Snail just kind of flicks his tongue out at you.
Blink at me twice if you're also ready for bedtime.
Blink,
Snail
wink, wong.
probably blinks twice.
He winks
All
with
right.
both of his eyes.
Alright, Snail, let's go to bed.
All right, you guys head up.
I would have seen all of that through Snail's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So up in the room, you do find that it's just kind of like a it's a decently sized area, but there's kind of like 2 bunk beds in here. So tops and bottoms, and then so in total 4 mattresses that are kind of set up.
So who's topping and who's bottoming?
Oh. How soft are the mattresses?
They're not the softest, but they're
Perfect.
decent.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you could also remove the mattress if you liked.
Yeah, just take
Right.
the mattress off.
Would there happen to be a tub that I could sleep in?
A tub?
I've been inspired by another person.
There are bathhouses here. Not like
No,
individual
that's not what I want.
bathrooms.
There's no bathtub, I guess I'll bottom.
I'll bottom. You've got buckets of water you can pour on yourself for a bath.
Don't be top bunk.
Guys, make Bard be top bunk.
No. Bard forgets that they have arms all the time, so I'd feel like that'd be an issue.
And then Erythia and Bard, you're both back at the place, right? Or is there still stuff you wanted to do?
I
No.
went straight back after
Okay.
that.
I mean, while I'm still out there on the top, I was going to pray to Karametra,
Yeah, you can do that.
attune myself to her ideology for the time,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll head back.
Yeah. So you're all in the room they've given to you.
Once everyone gets back, I'll say to everyone, "Hey guys, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but I am not the biggest fan of Setessa, the city. The woods around it are great and everything, but I just have some bad memories of the city part. So
Thought you
Yeah.
lived in the cave.
I did for most of my life, but I was always just pretty close to the city, you know.
Alright.
So I'll probably just be like maybe trying to keep a low profile when we're there.
Alright.
All right.
That's
Night.
fine. Oh, night.
All right. So you all are going ahead to take a long rest, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Any activities, light activities you're doing as a part of your long rest?
Dreaming.
Dreaming.
Trying not to be hungover after drinking blue.
And red in one night. Your stomach's purple.
No,
Ah.
red's only slightly cursed. It actually helps with the hangover.
Blue's actually slightly blessed, and so the curse and the bless balance each other out.
No, that's incorrect.
Holy water.
Blue is moderately cursed. Red is slightly cursed. The most cursed of all is, what did we say? Was it green?
Yellow.
Yeah,
Orange.
green.
P.
No, yellow is just P. That's canon.
Alright.
I thought orange is P.
May Orethia, anything you want to do as a part of the long rest?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll write a quick sonnet
Oh, also,
about yeah.
a good ways into your travel in the day, your anvil rot owl came back
Oh,
after
good.
delivering. So they're with you.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, I'll maybe just take out the ska sword and kind of turn it over in my hands and just look at it a bit before bed, just thinking.
Yeah. Checking out the silvered blade. And I think I told you last time that it's kind of shaped. I wrote down the description of the shape of it.
I
let me
wrote down
grab
for
it.
its full description: exploded silver leaf sword.
Yeah. Yeah, a
It's got,
silvered
like,
blade
leaf filigree all over
crafted
it.
in kind of the shape. It moves, is shaped like a branch with metallic leaves growing out of the hilt.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a nice silver sword.
Just
Short sword.
thinking.
Yeah. Alright.
And then I'll pass out.
During the long rest, it's time to duel. No. Let me pull up a thing real quick. I'm going to... Everyone assign yourself a number 1 through 4.
3.
Or
2.
1.
4.
yeah.
Marin. You have an awful nightmare.
Ah, sweet.
In your dream, all you can... you just keep imagining yourself being thrown by a cyclops 50,000 feet
Huh.
over and over and over. Yeah, so yeah, you keep having you keep having bad nightmares, right? Keranos smiting you in some. In others, you drown in water despite your ability to breathe underwater. Just awful, awful night.
Well, shit.
You aren't a real fish.
During the night, Marin, you have your maximum hit point total reduced by 9.
Oh,
So whatever your
Okay.
current max hit points is, it is now 9 less.
Is that like a permanent thing or temporary?
You don't know yet. What's your health after the reduction?
24.
24? Okay.
Should I write down what it was?
You can write down that you had a awful nightmare that has reduced your permanent health currently. Your max health is currently reduced by
That-
9.
Hang on a second. Yeah, okay. I don't think I have anything that can make that not happen.
Yep.
So, alright.
All right. As for everyone else, your nights go uneventful. And everyone, except for Marin, receives the benefits of a long rest. Marin, you take 1 point of exhaustion
Yeah.
as you wake up, feeling just awful.
That was not a good number.
Everyone remember your numbers from before? Who was 3? I was 3, right?
You were 3.
All right.
I was 72.
When we wake up, Snail is wrapped around me.
Snail is like, yum. Huggy.
Mm-hmm.
Warmth.
And so you all can wake up in the morning at whatever times you do. However, before any of you even manage to get out of bed, you hear a very loud knocking at the door. As you hear a voice, "Open up! We need to search your room."
I'm sprinting out of bed into salute.
I'm like,
Do you open the door?
No. I'm just standing in my pajamas by my bed at arms.
I opened the door.
Aaron, you
Alright.
And
okay?
I go, what time is it? What do you want?
As you open the door, 2 what seem to be soldiers, not wearing the same armor as the couple you saw yesterday. These guys are clad in all kind of gray and black colors. As the 2 of the guards step in, they go, "Last night there was a murder, and we're here to investigate, as you are the newest arrivals here." And they look around. We will need to look over all of your weapons in this room.
Yeah, whatever. I just have music. I close the door behind them. Can I go back to bed?
You close the door?
I close the
no,
door
put them
behind
in the
them.
room.
As you go to close the door, a hand kind of places on the other side, as you see a familiar face of Eris.
Oh,
Eris looks in, she
hey.
says, "Bard, I'm so sorry about this, but last night, Basarios was murdered in his sleep.
Oh, shit.
And, well, as you're the most recent travelers to come here, and everyone else who sleeps in groups and rooms can confirm none of them did it, well, we have to check here. Do you
I
have
get it.
any magic I can investigate so we can help clear your name?
Magic thing?
Magic items."
Oh, we have so many. Yeah. Let me get some of my magic items. I take out my gun. I take out the gift
Really
from Phoenix, and I bring out my horseshoes, and I bring out my dulcimer. I'm like, I think this is all I got. My friends have stuff too. Can I go back to sleep? I think I got like 10 more minutes before I have to get up.
Bard, who is this you're talking to?
Oh, this is my friend, the Oracle person.
The Oracle person, Eris.
What? Eris.
She peeks her head and she's like, "Hi, I'm Eris."
We met
Hi,
her on the
I'm
castle
May.
walls last night.
Is she within 10 feet of me?
She's probably closer to the door, which is more than 10 feet away.
I'll get up and get out of bed and kind of just walk over so I'm a bit closer.
Mm-hmm. So you're within range of her.
Yeah. With my blind sense, can I sense anything like hidden or weird with her, or is she just as
You
she
can make
seems?
a kind of perception check on her.
Okay. That's an 11 plus 9 is 20.
20. You can see that in kind of hidden behind, or you can sense, we'll say, blind sense, and with your high perception, that beneath her kind of cloak she's wearing, it seems like she has some kind of metal object underneath.
Okay. All right. I'll start. I'll keep a note of that, and I'll start pulling out, I guess, my weapons for them to look at.
Mm-hmm.
You
So
guys might be here for a little bit. I pull out 2 short swords. I pull out a longbow. I pull out a dagger. I pull out 13 arrows. I pull out 50 darts. 10 spines from an urchin. I sold the other short
are
swords. So you don't
there
have them.
any weapons on you guys that would have like blood on it still, or like any traces of like fresh, you've hit something with it?
We haven't hit anything for like.
And I'm assuming you guys have probably like maintained your weapons decently, unless you just
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
arrows
Yeah.
with kind of like blood stains on them.
Yeah.
I guess there would be blood in wood, but that you
There's
might not be
maybe
able to
some
clean
blood
out.
on some of my arrows, but it would have been like dried and cleaned and old.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So for all of you guys' mundane stuff, they kind of nod their heads at it, and you see Eris. Her eyes are glowing blue, just like when detect magic is casted. You could tell as she's looking over kind of a lot of the magic items you have, and she sees the Bident of Lightning and the Path of Glory. And as she sees those weapons, she kind of reels backwards. She says, those weapons there to the guards, we'll need to look at those. They are filled with immense magical properties.
I got mine from Keranos, so that should be enough for that explanation. Can
Make
you
a
look me over?
persuasion check.
Do it. Okay.
Yeah, just make a
Persuasion.
persuasion check, being like, that's from Keranos, type stuff.
I mean, I literally told everyone last night too, so it's not like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I have like people.
Yeah, but none of them are here right now.
One of them is dead.
11.
11?
I can even show her. I'll be like, see this right here. I can and my holy symbol, and I can tell her. I'll like even go as far as tell her the story. Like this was the original Biden. I've got to fill it with lightning power and stuff to send it
Yeah.
back.
The original Biden of Keranos. Okay.
You explain it all to her, and she's, I'm sorry, but we'll still need to look it over and make sure it's not anything that could have killed him in his sleep.
I feel like I died in my sleep. Can you look at me?
Looking you over, she's like, you do look a little sickly. Did you not sleep at all?
I had the worst nightmares. Like that. I don't even want to think about them anymore.
Well,
I'm exhausted. I don't feel good at all.
some of the Skysworn should be able to take you to some of our healers here.
Hmm.
Do you mind if I stay with the Biden? I don't have to touch it, but I don't want anything to happen to it. You must understand.
I
This is very
understand,
special to
but
me.
we need to take it to be investigated. We can't
Can
trust
I-
anyone right now. I hope you understand.
If
I'll hand
anything
over-
happens to my Biden, there's gonna be a major problem. Okay.
She promises you. She says, I promise. Nothing, no harm will come to it.
Who
It will
would
be under my watchful eye from here until I give it back.
Do I have Zone of Truth?
Takes a while to cast that.
Also, everyone would know they're in Zone of Truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just letting you know the random rules I know about it. What are the other things of Zone of Truth?
Well, they would know they're in
You
Zone
don't
of
have to
Truth,
answer,
Yeah.
but if you do speak, it has to.
It has to be truthful. That's right. And you know that
Yeah.
you're in it. That's like the
Yeah.
only thing.
Zone of Truth is just an action to cast.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
but
just
you can
use
cast it
Zone
as a
of Truth
ritual.
and just ask us if we
Who
killed
would
anyone?
be standing from Eris right now?
Huh?
Furthest?
The furthest
Yeah.
from Eris?
Yeah, who would be back the furthest away from?
Who thinks they would be?
I'm giving her my Path of Glory right now.
And she's up by the
I-
door.
I am still by the door. I opened it. I didn't move.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Marin's like directly talking to her. I guess I'm just gonna cast Detect Poison and Disease then,
Okay.
and see if I pick up anything.
You don't detect any poisons or diseases that are new.
Okay. Just all the shit I'm carrying.
Yeah, just all your stuff.
Okay.
Oh, actually, probably should have done this earlier. There is a poison or disease on Marin in the jar. I think this is your first time you've done it while she's been, or when you've been near it. Anyways, yeah.
I would have done it last night, but I probably wouldn't have noticed then and all the din of everything.
Yeah.
I'll
Because
make
you
a
did
mental
do it
note of
last
that for
night.
later also.
I forgot about it. But yeah, the
Got-
magic jar Darian has contains a poison of sorts.
Hepatitis B.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this guy bite it? Like, was he like what kind of weapon was used?
One of the guards turns to you and he says, "You don't want to know how he died." And he kind of looks a little shaken in the eyes.
We've seen a lot. I think we're okay to know.
The other guard kind of looks over to me and says, his face was torn off and his heart ripped out. From what we can tell, whatever killed them made a pretty clean cut with it. We don't know why he would have just stayed there.
Huh. Yeah, that's a new one. I haven't heard that one before.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Could my Biden will return to me if I
Throw it.
that's one of the things, right? Do I have to throw it, or if I say the word right now, would it return to me?
It's after you throw it, it returns to you.
Is there a time limit on that?
Yeah, is there?
It returns to you immediately after you throw it. And if your hands are full, then it will land beside you.
So if I gently tossed it to the guards, I can't just recall it back.
If you gently tossed it to them, it would touch them and then go whoop, right back into your hands.
Let's do that. That'll be fun.
So you toss it to the guard and it goes whoop, and they go, can we see
I
the
try it
Biden,
again.
please? You just keep doing it over and over.
Just like 3 times.
I say.
Soon the guard's trying to like take it from you, like, here, let me try.
I see this happen, and I say to them, I'm like, she physically can't leave its side. I say, I lie.
Make a deception check.
I am not. I have nothing to do with what.
Oh fuck!
I have nothing to do with. I'm like, I don't
Wait.
know what the hell they're talking about. I'm just. I guess maybe
you pass him the Biden.
Yeah,
Aw.
this is important to me. And my god, Karanos, listen, you don't want to make him mad.
Liz, can't you not like
He's
roll under
got
a
a
10
whole
or
ass.
something on these?
Yeah,
He has
I
a
would've
whole
gotten
ass
a
dragon head
19.
on his cock. We all you don't want to make him mad.
She doesn't want my 19.
I don't want your 19.
All right,
It's not going to work.
Yeah. What would you roll, Bard?
Well, I rolled a nat 1, but because of my silver tongue,
It's a
I
10 plus your deception.
Yep, which makes it a 19.
Yep. So he hears the deception, and then Marin kind of just hands it over anyways. And he's kind of like... he's just kind of confused. He's like, all right. He just assumes it's kind of, a metaphorical thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I at least know where it's gonna be?
We'll be taking it up towards our quarters over in the halls of
The
The Hands of Justice unit. I think they're the north ones, right? On the map I sent you guys on the T5th.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Arethia, you know how to get there?
The Hands of Justice have a smaller quarter up near the north entrance, but they do have a great hall up there.
Arethia, you can get us there when it's time to get our things back.
What do you mean I can get you there?
Aren't you like super cool with with the guard?
If it's about just access, then yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I guess I'm confused. Why are we taking specifically magical weapons?
Because we need to identify them. We don't know all the properties of what you all have on you, and so we want to look over especially the weapons.
Okay.
Can you do that right here?
Yeah,
I-
is there a reason you have to go away for that?
It may take some time, especially with how much there's going on with yours.
Also,
I mean,
would you
I
mind
could
if we took
identify
a
it.
look at the? Would you mind if we took a look at the crime scene at the body sometime?
I'm sorry, but you're currently under investigation for the murder of Basarios, so we can't let you anywhere near the site.
Even with supervision?
I'm sorry, no.
Yeah, May, but
We've
we
currently
just
locked
gotta sit
down
still.
the entire fortress, not allowing anyone to go in and out for now. So you're free to roam, but there are guards who will watch over you and us all, I suppose, for the day until we find out what happened.
Can one of you take me to the healers? I want to feel better.
One of the guards kind of nods. He's like, "I'll lead them there."
Can I stay with you, the lady? I forget her name again.
Eris?
Yes. I'm like, can I stay with you, S? We were supposed to talk this morning. I still would like to talk to you.
She looks at you sadly and is like, "I'm sorry, Bard, but I have to do this today. It might
Even
take
if
some time, and I wouldn't want to ruin my concentration."
I see.
Insight.
Yeah.
Is this one of the things that I don't like? I have a disadvantage of ability checks. Yeah, with my
yeah, I guess ability checks you have disadvantage on at 1.
yeah.
Here, you said that you were not feeling well.
No, at all.
I will try casting Lesser Restoration on you.
Alright, you cast Lesser Restoration. Marin doesn't feel any better.
I'm like, did you do it yet?
If it was something, regular, mundane, that should have fixed it, but I think this is something a little bit more serious.
Great.
Definitely need someone to look at you.
That's pretty cool. So the first roll was a 20, so a total of 28 for insight on
With disadvantage?
Yeah. Oh, no, you're right. 18 plus 8.
Yeah, Eris is telling
so-
the truth.
Very good for disadvantage.
She is telling the truth from what you can tell. That
With
she's gonna
everything.
need concentration to look over both of your
And she's going to give it
weapons.
back.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, means
I'm going to go back to bed.
gonna pull out.
I guess good luck with looking around. We'll be here.
Sometime here in the next hour, if you could all go and talk with the Skysworn downstairs. I believe they're They're performing investigations and would most likely like to talk to your whereabouts last night.
They can come with me to wherever I'm going if they want to talk while I wait. I'll
Yeah.
say that when I get down there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what they want to do. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So Eris and one of the guards heads out with your weapon, or your the Path of Glory and the Bident. Everything else they left, thinking it looked fine.
Even the
Interesting.
Ska Blade?
Yeah, I do have the Ska Blade. Would they have taken that?
They didn't take the Ska Blade.
They didn't take the Ska Blade.
And they didn't want the shield, and they didn't want the drum or the 2 sensors.
For the most part, it seems she saw 2 weapons filled with godly amounts of power that might take her some time to look over.
Okay.
Well, I mean, our weapons have killed people. Like, she's gonna... It's just not him.
Right.
Arethia, you can hold on to the Ska Blade for now if you want, since they kind of took your main skis.
I mean, I'm not expecting to fight anyone unless
Well,
there's a murderer that comes in to our room.
I think there's a murder around, and we should maybe stay armed if we can.
If we know
Anyone wanna-
none of us did it, and there's a
Yeah.
dead guy.
Well,
No, Arethia has her hammers on rope.
Yeah,
yeah, I have my bolus. My one.
just offering
my
if
one
you wanted
blade.
it.
I'll take it.
Okay. Take 1 Ska sword.
You now have a silvered short sword that is a little magical.
Hey guys. I don't. There was something weird about that Eris lady. Like, it seemed like she was hiding some kind of
There's still a guard in the room, right?
Yeah, with
Well-
Oh, never mind.
with there's
we
there's
were
a
alone.
guard who's helping Marin find her way.
Yeah, like I'm...
So
like,
they can
we're-
leave and
we're
then you can
actively
talk.
leaving. Yeah,
I'll wait for them to leave.
see you guys later.
Actually, I'm going to ask Snail to go with Marin, and I'm going to cast Be Sense on him as they leave, just that she's not alone.
Okay.
I give Snail a loving pat on the head. Like, oh, Snail.
Could I kind
Um,
of follow them, like keep a safe distance, just kind of see what's going on as much as I can?
I catch you on the way out before you leave once the 3 of us are alone in the room. And repeat what I said before. There's something weird about her. I saw she's like some kind of or something hidden on her.
Okay, I'll see what I can
Hmm.
find.
Okay, be careful.
I will.
From what Bard and I were talking with her about last night, it seems that she was just an orphan here. Seems that she's in a little bit more of a higher position than she let on. Did I recognize the vestments that they were wearing?
Yeah. These seem to be what she was wearing and what they were wearing looked to be kind of outfits of members of the one group they said, the Hands
Riders of
of
Fury.
Justice.
Oh,
The
Hands
unit.
of Justice, not the Riders.
Yeah, the Hands of Justice are more of a judicial group, which is why they don't have
Okay.
as many soldiers here, and they have a smaller place. But they do
Okay.
spend a longer time here, sending
So
out kind
she's-
of diplomats, I should say, I guess, to different places, and also like paladins of the oath of redemption kind of stuff.
Hmm.
It seemed like you cast some kind of healing thing on Marin and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Shouldn't why didn't it work? Shouldn't that kind of thing have fixed it?
It's
If she just had a
either
bad
a
dream?
really it's either something supernatural or magic that is beyond my powers. not something that I recognize. It's not
So-
something as simple as just a bad night of sleep.
So last night, someone was killed and their heart was removed, and Marin was cursed.
You know, Marin. I really want to know what happened to Marin last night.
Me too. I know there've just been a lot of guards in our room, and we've kind of been moving about, so I don't know if there would be anything left over, but I'm going to try to search the room for, like, any signs of forced entry or anything that seems off, anything that's in a different place than when it was last night, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I slept
you
on the
can-
top bunk,
You
by
can
the
make
way.
an investigation check.
And I would have been sleeping below her. Okay.
And you touched my mattress and it's really fucking sweaty because I had such a bad night.
Wet.
May,
Ew.
did you hear Marin get up in the middle of the night?
I didn't hear much of
Around the
anything. I was
same
pretty
time
tired.
that the murder took place?
No.
Hmm.
That's a 17 plus I
Add a
think 1.
d4 to that. I am helping you with my guidance.
Okay, thank you.
You get a 4.
Oh, I get a 4? Okay, so 17 plus 1 is 18 plus 4 is 22.
22 for an investigation. Was it a yes?
Yes. Sorry,
Okay.
did I
It cut out the
not-
yeah, and all I heard was "s." So I thought you were doing like a snake thing. It's-
Yes, it was a
Okay.
22.
As you look around, it doesn't look like anyone came or went within the last like 8 hours.
I checked the door, the window was one.
Yeah,
Nothing
window
me.
is latched. Doesn't seem it's been unlatched for a bit.
Okay.
This is
It
probably
doesn't seem like anyone came in or out.
Yeah, you can tell that this is kind of like a more vacant room that they probably have around that no one's using at the moment. And yeah, so dusts all in the same place.
The dust is just where I remembered it.
I don't think I could speak with the dead. That would be good to let them know.
You could speak with the dead if he had a face.
I thought all that he needed was
Ooh.
vocal cords. Because
They're also not letting you see the body right now under any circumstances
Also that.
since you're under investigation.
See, and that's not cool. Do I have? I thought I had speak with the dead. Am I wrong about that?
Do you have it prepared today? You didn't complete a
Uh,
long rest, so you wouldn't have been able to re-prepare spells from yesterday.
Yeah, you're right. I had something.
believe you can take an hour to prepare spells.
Yeah, if you can check up on that, that'd be good.
It says it must still have a mouth.
Both.
If they took off his face, like he would still have a mouth area, yeah? Like what do you say what are you DM ruling as a mouth? Are you ruling like lips
he
or
probably
is
would
just
need
teeth
lips, and also
Lippies.
his teeth are still there, but like a lot was ripped away.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay. You can change your
I was
list of
ripped
prepared
and
spells
cut and
when you
torn
finish a
away.
long rest. Preparing a new list of paladin spells requires time spent in prayer and meditation, at least 1 minute per spell level for each spell on your list. I guess that's so you can't exceed 1 hour of light activity during your, or 2 hours of light. Why would they do that?
Paladin preparation.
Unless you prepare all of your 9th level spells, all of your 8th level spells.
Mm.
Oh.
8.
Ooh. So Marin, the guard,
Aaron
he
on
kind
the
of
walk.
leads you down back into the tavern area there, where
I'm
they've set up
kind of
kind of a
I'm kind of holding onto like the crook of his elbow because I'm feeling a little weak.
mm-hmm. And he kind of leads you down back into the tavern area of this inn, and you see many of the people you were partying with last night, and they all kind of look very somber. Sitting at a table with a chair at the other side of it, you do see a female satyr who's kind of has her arms crossed, and she's talking with another soldier, kind of interrogating them right now. And as he leads you down, some of the other Skysworn people you were speaking with last night, especially the Tritons who were very interested in your story, they see that you're looking very, very, weakened from last night. And they kind of take you. And you can sit down at a booth, and they're like, oh, we'll get the healing kit right away. And
Would
as
I
one
have
of them
known?
goes,
What Aretha? Did you or Caleb? Did Aretha say that she was casting Lesser Restoration?
I didn't say that, but I told you that if it was anything normal or mundane, then it should have been fixed.
All right. I relayed that. I'm like, one of my friends, Aretha, upstairs, casted a healing spell on me, and she said that it should have fixed me if it was anything normal or mundane, so you might need someone of high caliber.
the Trine, he's like, oh, okay. And he kind of nods over to the other one who's going off to find some help. And as he
I'm
sits,
sorry for your loss.
he
That's
he
really wild.
he kind of looks down. He's like, it's I've been following him for a long time with the Skysworn as our captain. It is jarring to say the least. As he's kind of like kind of looking you up and down, trying to figure out why you're looking so sickly. So were you able to sleep last night? What happened to
I
you?
tried. I just had so many nightmares. I'm so tired. It was just a bad night, and I didn't even drink that much. You saw, just kind of hung out with you guys, and then I went to bed.
In my opinion, I think whatever happened to the captain last night, I think it has something to do with what's happened to you. I couldn't believe anyone would think you had done it.
They took the Bident from me.
Oh, the gift from Keranos? Oh,
Yeah. As I'm sure you're very aware, I'm very nervous about that.
it's hard to interfere with those with the judges
I
of the
understand the necessity, but
yeah.
at the same time, this was a gift from my god, and I'm not comfortable with not being able to even know really where it is and what's happening to it.
Well, if something's happening to it, I'm sure Keranos has his eyes on it. As he kind of looks over. It is a bit cloudy out today, once again. So I'm sure he's up there watching down.
I'll do like a quiet prayer, real small and quick, and then I'll be like, I was told that we were supposed to be questioned by someone. I don't know if you guys want to do that while I'm down here anyway.
He looks over to the table where some of the other soldiers are talking to the satyr, and he's like, yeah, over there. Her name... Ilias. She's taking everyone's statements from last night to put together an investigation, since it is our captain who was killed.
The name of the Oracle? Like, those are very similar names, aren't they?
The Oracle here in town is Eris. The satyr here is Ilias. I've known her for a few years now.
Okay.
Different people.
Yeah, sorry, I was more asking you, Riley.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just for the notes. Okay. Thank you.
So you don't think it could have been any of the people you were traveling with, right?
Absolutely not. I mean, you know, like we've had to end a life before, but not without reason, and it definitely wasn't any like we are not so cruel.
I agree. According to the legends from Meletis, you saved the city.
I don't even. We were just on our way. I'm supposed to go to different temples to build back up the Bident, like I told you last night. Supposed to, like, there's just all this stuff that we're doing for our respective gods. There's really no reason for us to have even thought about it. I thought he was just a dude. I was a little nervous about him in the beginning, sure, but after he drank red, I was like, well, it's not all bad.
Speaking of, who are all of you following in your party? Obviously, you're with Keranos, and I think Arethia is the champion of Ephara. But the other two?
Yeah. So I'm champion of Keranos. She's champion of Ephara. Believe it or not, Snail, the snake, is actually the champion of Farrakha, right? Is that right? But Snail is accompanied by our friend May. She's kind of like the conduit, I guess.
Guardian.
And then last but certainly not least, Bard works with Phoenix. Although Bard has some issues that they have with God following, but that's, neither here nor there.
Alright, well, hopefully we'll be able to clear your names so you'll be able to go free. But I don't know if they'll be opening the gates anytime soon before we find the murderer.
That makes sense. I mean, we're not really on too much of a time crunch, I don't think.
That's good.
So
I would hate to be holding you up. I mean, we all would.
we gotta do what you gotta do. Life isn't always clean cut.
Alright. So that goes on for you, Marin, as they continue talking to you about what you were just up to and whatnot. I'm assuming just tell them the full, like, yeah, I bad nightmare, right?
Yeah. Like, I woke up really sweaty, and I feel bad.
Yeah, and then they also try some different kind of magical and medicinal cures, but for the most part, none of them seem to work.
Them or, like, anyone they brought back? The person I was talking to or people that they brought back?
The Triton came back with a healer.
Okay, and that healer didn't...
Yeah, the healer's a member of the Skysworn and whatnot, and they spend some time and they're not able to cure whatever afflicted you last night. And so, while that's happening, Bard, you're just kind of nearby watching, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you, like, down the stairs in the tavern area, or are you still up in the inn?
I am downstairs.
Okay. After a little bit, then, you see that some of the soldiers kind of get up, and the satyr looks over at you, Bard, and she kind of nods you over as some people kind of look over at you, and she says, mind coming have a seat with me?
I come on over and say, yeah, what's up?
I'd like to get your full statement about the events of last night. Start from when you entered town.
Let's see. I came into town and I got drunk.
She kind of frowns at that. She's
Got drunk.
We all were last night, I suppose.
I drank with the one guy. What was his name? Guys, I need to be writing this.
The guy
down.
who was killed?
Yeah.
Basarios.
Yes, I got drunk with Basarios.
She looks around to some of the other soldiers, and they all kind of nod in agreement. They're like, yeah, she was. Or they were.
Yeah. And I go, "Oh, that was a good time." After that, me and Orethia decided to go for a walk around, and we met up with the one girl,
Arius.
Arius. Arius. We met with
Arius.
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 We talked a little bit about how she was orphaned here. And then I went back and passed out, and then you guys woke me up banging on my door.
You said Eris? You spoke
Eris.
to
Yep.
last night?
Yep.
Okay.
She
Thank you
can
for
give
your
you all the
statement. If there's anything else you'd like to say, please come to me if you know anything more.
Yeah. My friend noticed that Eris had something with her. Would you happen to know anything about that?
Well, Eris is a spellcaster, so I'm assuming she
Mm-hmm.
would have her focus on her. She usually carries around a metal kind of it's like a wand of sorts.
Interesting. Okay. I was just curious. If you guys find out anything, please let us know. I really just want to go back to bed.
You can sleep now. Don't worry.
Oh, thank
We'll be
God.
continuing the investigation.
All right. Bye. Do you want me to sit down? You want to talk to someone?
If you could bring either of your other members here, other than, and she kind of looks over to Marin, that would be great.
You said other than Marin?
Other than Marin. Marin's
I'm already down
currently
here.
talking and, being treated too.
Trying to be treated.
Yeah.
Okay. I head back up to the inn. Does anything happen between then?
No. Well, we can hop over to main Arethia. So in this little time here, you've investigated the room with everyone gone, and you haven't found any signs of anyone coming or going from last night.
I'm worried if we're supposedly locked into or trapped in a city where something can just curse or afflict us in the middle of the night without what even come room. Like, what do we do about that?
I'm gonna divine sense.
Divine sense on the room.
Yeah,
I'm still
Yeah.
downstairs if you want to divine sense on me.
I'm divine sensing the room.
And desecrated.
Yeah, so nothing's hollowed or desecrated in the room. You also don't detect any fiends. What are the other two? Undead or celestials within your radius.
Okay.
I don't know. We're alone in the room, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I guess there is the one fiend. Your
Oh yeah, my
your cloak.
cloak of protection.
Yeah.
So if we're alone in the room, I'm gonna say I don't know about this. I say it would probably be good to figure out who's doing this, but if we're targets or something, I don't know if we can I don't know if this is something we can deal with. I say we maybe just leave.
I don't think we can just leave now. They're certainly not going to just let us walk out the doors.
There are probably other ways out, but I think
And even then, it
may
makes
get
us
out
look
of here.
It'll make us look suspicious, and possibly the actual culprit gets away.
I suppose. I don't know. I'm gonna tune into what's going on down there. Give me a second, and then I close my eyes and listen to the tail end of what's happening through snail sense.
Yeah, so you see through snail sense and hear that Marin is being treated right now. They're trying to treat her, and Marin's just telling them everything that happened. And around the same time, Bard would be at the table, giving their statement to the satyr you see, sitting at a table with many of the other soldiers kind of around the tavern there.
Okay. Oh, I'll pop back out of it really quick and mention. Oh, by the way, I can see through snail's eyes and hear through snail's ears sometimes. So if I just like space out, I'm probably doing that. So bye.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
All right, what now?
Is it just us? Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay.
So Bard now comes up the stairs. And May and Arethia, you're still in the room.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Fully dressed now.
Fully dressed.
I've got my gear on. I have armor and equipment with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Bard.
in the
Go
room
give our
now?
statements.
Yeah, Bard, you've made your way upstairs and you can make your way over to the room where they are.
So I walk in and I'm like, so I found out what you were talking about, May.
It's like,
I
damn, using the full name.
I
didn't-
come out of snail vision when I see Bard coming up to the room. What the thing on Eris?
Yeah, it was her spellcasting focus. A wand of
Okay.
some sort.
Okay. Set checks
Uh,
out.
well, you guys should probably go down, well, one of y'all anyway, and give you a statement.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to go down first, or should I?
Don't we both need to go?
I mean, I guess, yeah. Okay.
All right.
We both go down.
You both head down the stairs where the satyr's kind of sitting there, and she's like, "Oh, can I talk to both of you at once?"
If you'd like to.
Sure.
All right. As she sits you both down, she kind of looks to Arethia first. She's like, I can't believe it would be you, first of all, as I'm sure Afara would have laid you out and smote you, I suppose, if it had been. But is there anything you can do to prove to me you still have all your piety with Afara? Anything to show that you still haven't lost your touch with her since last night?
Let's see. I can probably let's see here. Do you still have give me some water, a canteen of water.
They bring you over some water.
All right, give me 1 hour, and I can bless this.
Yeah. I promise I can still bless it.
I don't know. Am I able to like just use my channel divinity as a display of Afara?
You could, yeah.
Okay, I'll use it, and it'll be like my
because you haven't like broken an oath or done anything to lose piety with Afara, so you have
No.
everything there.
It'll be like my conquering presence, but I'm not gonna force anyone to make a saving throw.
Right. So as you do that, your conquering presence, everyone feels this wave over them of just holy energy spill out from you. And after it fades away, the satyr goes, yeah, I believe you. It couldn't have been you, I'm sure of it. And can you vouch for your friend here? As they turn over to May. Some of my men say you were quiet at the party last night, as we celebrated.
It was very loud.
That's fair.
I lean in close and away from May towards the other satyr. She's not like us city folk. She's a little more rural.
I understand. Alright,
mean,
well...
It's physically impossible that May didn't
Yeah,
hear
didn't
or
hear
see
it.
that.
Yeah.
You
'Cause
can
of
whisper
blind
10
sense.
feet behind me and I can read your lips.
Yeah.
She kind of turns and she's like, okay. Well, if you could just give me your statement, start from when you entered town to everything you saw. Every detail can be important.
Well, we entered town, or before we entered town, we saw the Skysworn coming in down towards the western gate, and we met with them there. That's where we introduced ourselves to Barrison. Sorry,
Basarius.
Basarius.
The
He
whole party's
invited
got
us.
metal names.
My charisma 7, it checks out.
I could totally put them somewhere, but I just forget to type them out.
I have them written down. I was looking at it trying to read the name. That's just what came out. I
All right.
promise. He invited us to come to this tavern and drink with him because he wanted to drink with the new champion of Afara or something like that. We boarded our horses at a nearby stable and came here. When we got here, it was loud. Everyone like yelled "Hey" and all that kind of stuff as we came in. We went to that booth over there and talked a lot. After that, by the time we got our room key, I went off up to, and I'm not sure about the rest of my companions. I know Marin stayed here in the tavern for a bit with Snail before they both came up to bed too, and then I think Bard and Rethia came back later.
Thank you. All right. And she is like leaning over all her notes she's been taking, and she has someone else there to help her take notes as well. And she's kind of skimming over, and she says, well, currently everyone here has alibis, and I know, Orethia, you would never do anything, as well as I'm sure you are aware of your party members' comings and goings.
I keep an eye on them.
So I think, in general, we can rule out ourselves from the investigation, as everyone else here has alibis as well, and other people who've seen them. Now, as for the other units here, there's only about 2 other people who are high on my list that I could I can't even believe I'm saying this, but they're the only ones who could have possibly committed the murder last night. And that's the other captains here of the units. Because, as you've probably already seen, everyone here sleeps in rooms together. No one person sleeps alone except for the captains who have their own quarters. And so, I think next stop in our investigation is we're gonna have to be talking with them, since we're in charge of leading it. Oh, Orethia, would you want to come along? Being the champion of Afar and all, it might, it might prove fruitful to have you there.
Is there really no one else in the city that sleeps alone besides for the captains?
I chime out. I chime up from back, and I'm like, "What about Eris?"
Eris. Oh, the orphan girl. She's been living here a long time, and
She sleep alone?
I don't know too much about her housing situation. Many people tend to leave her alone. Except for one centaur.
The
She kind of
Riders
looks...
Heliod, I expect.
Yeah, there's a... She kind of looks over to one of her soldiers and she says, "Isn't there that young... There's a younger lad who hangs around with Eris, right? In the Riders?" The Riders shouldn't be busy right now, considering the judges are currently looking over everything that we've handed over to them. So I guess if you could, let's all go track down him, I suppose.
Well, let me get reunited with my uh, godsend path of glory, and we'll get right on the investigation.
Yeah, I don't want to do things without the Biden.
Marin, you need to rest right now.
Nothing's working, Arethia.
Have you tried talking to Karanos?
I've been praying every once in a while.
I
Can
reach
I-
up behind my ear, and I'll use a charge of the Helm of Gods, and I give you a good berry. Here, suck on this, and keep praying.
Okay.
Good berry.
This time I'm specifically gonna be like, "Hey, Karanos, what's wrong with me?"
Mm-hmm. You're praying to Karanos.
Yeah, well, 'cause I was earlier. I don't know if you caught that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You just
yeah.
can't.
know
You
what
just can't
Arethia's
speak
helmet does,
directly
actually.
with, Karanos.
Yeah, I'm like, Karanos, I feel bad.
I feel upset.
And then
Arethia, is your
they
helmet a
took
Pez
your
dispenser
thing and I
for
couldn't
Goodberry?
get it back. And
was that?
I feel better.
Never mind.
Jake, what did you say?
I was just asking if your helmet was like a Pez dispenser for good berries, because I don't know what else it does.
Today it is. Here, you want one? I
Wonderful.
pull another one out.
You know
I
what?
have-
I would love a good berry.
I'll take one too. I have 7 left on this charge.
we all get 1 hit point, enough nourishment
Yeah.
for the day,
Yeah,
I feel.
and that's it.
and that's it.
That's called Goodberry, baby. All right.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. Ilias, the satyr, she kind of looks and she says, "Well, if you're expecting them back anytime soon, I'd be doubtful. They tend to run all sorts of divinations on all of our stuff. Last time this happened was long, long time ago, but it wasn't a murder that occurred, and it still took them nights just to go around and figure out who was stealing all the bread from the kitchen, as we ended up running out."
They had to investigate people's magical items for bread from kitchen stealing?
Well, like I said, it wasn't a murder last time, so they weren't investigating weapons, but they've confiscated most of ours for the most part here. Yeah, last time it was a lot of keys, a lot of going over using divination spells on all the doorknobs to see what was happening the night before.
Sounds like someone just took all of the weapons out of your entire group of people who would be most ready to fight should something happen.
And trust
It
me,
sound-
we're all on edge about that too, but it was mostly only magical things. They looked over all of our regular gear here, so many of us are fine, but, heirlooms from our families they all took away.
You see how that sounds bad, right?
We
I've-
understand, but we all trust this, all of the units here. It's very unfortunate that there's a bad apple, I suppose, in here. But a bad apple spoils the bunch. Haha.
Unfortunately, I've been given no reason to trust anyone, really. especially since I'm very sick now, and no one seems to know what to do about that. So you must understand my up, uh, apprehension.
I do, I understand. But unfortunately, we can't let anyone in or out until this investigation's over, so we won't be able to get any better healing supplies until then.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's what I need.
Now we've been cleared of suspicion, would we be able to take a look at the body?
Um, well, I I suppose you could come take a look. But make sure your gut's in the right place for what you're about to see. And
I've skinned plenty of stuff. I'll be fine.
some of the what seems to be older guards, people who might have seen more action in their time, being alive, they kind of show you the way towards you head outside first towards a little
Can
a
I come
different
too?
side. Yeah. Anyone who
Okay.
wants can come.
I wanna come. I'm tired of
Yeah.
sitting there.
I don't really want to split up to just have like single people alone right now.
Yep.
So it'd be good if someone came.
Mhm. So you're led up to the third floor outside in it's not like the inn you were kind of in. The inn was probably a place where families of the soldiers would stay when they're visiting. But this is more of their quarters now where they've been staying. And like your place, it's kind of those, bunk beds, except there's more like 8 people per room from the looks of it. Many of the larger rooms around here until you're taken up to the top to the single bedroom where it's currently, 2 guards in front watching over it. As they see the others come, they kind of are like, "Are you sure about this?"
I'm already sick. It doesn't matter.
Okay. And they kind of nod as they open the door for you to go inside. And one of the guards goes in first, to accompany you. And like, there he is. And you see lying on a larger mattress of a bed is Basarios's body, currently hole through the heart, face rended from his skull. We would cover it up, but the investigations has just started. I don't know if we have enough clean cloths to use around in here.
I'm gonna throw up out in the hallway.
Yeah.
Who all came and is over here?
I'm still asleep in my bed.
Bard is
Bard's the
sleeping.
one who's gone.
Okay, Snail is going to be with Bard.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we snuggling? Do I get a
Yes,
snuggle?
you're snuggling.
Yes.
Make an athletics
And-
check.
Oh. Every maybe like 2 or 3 minutes or so, I'm just going to check back in through Snail-O-Vision for the rest of the hour that I have it. Which might not be much longer, but
Mm-hmm.
it's something.
Going to ritual cast detect magic, cause why not?
Okay.
I'm going to start casting ceremony on him and do the funeral rites one.
Funeral rites. What does that give?
Cannot become undead by
Undead.
any means short of it's kind of like uh gentle repose,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a week long.
Sounds good.
While they're doing that, I'm going to look around for any blood around the room, any like tracks that we could maybe follow to indicate where whoever did this was or went.
Yeah. Make an investigation check on the room, and if someone wants to help, they can. But I think Marin and Orethia are busy with
Yeah.
ceremony and ritual casting.
Yeah. Okay. 12 plus 1 is 13.
13. For the most part, any and all like blood you can see is centralized around the bed. You kind of look around the door frame and a little bit out in the hall, Doesn't seem like there's anything there. As well as the windows in the room don't seem to have been touched.
Hmm.
The windows don't seem to have been touched.
Yeah.
Does the door look like it was forced or anything?
Mm-mm. Not forced.
And is there a lock on this door, or is it just an
The door does have
unlockless
a
door?
lock.
Okay. You said there were 8 bunks in this room?
One large bed where Basarios sleeps, and then he has kind of a desk in there.
Okay.
While I'm ritual casting, am I like able to speak it on something else, or am I like stuck till I'm done?
We'll say that you're concentrating and kind of busy casting detect magic.
Okay.
I don't know how long that would take me, but that would maybe get me to the end of their stuff, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So ceremony, how long does that take? 1 hour? Caleb?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, ceremony.
Yes, 1 hour.
So you're doing that for an hour.
Yes,
So
I'm focused on that for an hour.
After 10 minutes, Marin, you have detect magic up.
Yeah.
As you look around the room, make an investigation check.
That's disadvantage.
I can give you a hand if
Sigh.
you want. Or I guess I already investigated, so I don't know if I can do that.
So that's a 10. And a 1.
Ooh.
Cool.
And you don't
Okay.
have any bonuses to that?
No.
So 10?
Yeah. Well, it's a disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
I have disadvantage on all ability checks when I'm exhausted.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, so as you're kind of going about looking around with your investigation check and detect magic up, you don't sense any magic to have been lingering in here. If anything had happened, you don't sense any magic items lying around, except for, what's on your party members.
Did you bring someone to bed last night, do you think?
I don't
In a
know.
sexy manner, perhaps?
Maybe.
Because
We
I
could ask
feel...
the people who were around the bar about that later to see if he brought anyone home.
Well, let's
If
see if there's, like, clothes.
that'd be good. You look for that. I'm gonna see if I can find his key on him anywhere or anywhere in the room.
Can I retroactively say that I would have used Divine Sense before I started ceremony?
Yeah, you want to divine sense the room?
Yeah.
All right. You don't detect any undead, fiends, celestials. Nothing's consecrated. As for desecrated, I don't think
Aaron is.
anything. Marin's desecrated, apparently.
Mira desecrated her pants.
Yeah, nothing's desecrated in the room.
Okay. Gotcha.
May, you're searching for a key?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find a key somewhere.
Yeah. Let's see. Is that just another investigation? Or actually, you could do perception or investigation for looking around for it.
I'll do perception if I can.
Okay. Yeah, most stuff's pretty out in the open. You don't have to
13.
rummage through too much. 13?
Yep.
As you look around, you don't discern any key in
I
the
think
room.
his key's missing.
You say that out loud.
Yeah.
Some of the soldiers kind of look in. They're like, we checked the body. There wasn't a key on him there. You're saying there's none in the room?
No.
Did he bring someone into his room last night, perhaps in a sexy manner?
If he did, I don't think any of us, they looked to each other. I don't think any of us saw anything, or at least remember.
So you guys were hella
No.
drunk last night?
Furious lost its sexuality 4 years ago.
He has a wife. Why would he?
Well, his
Uh,
wife should be in here.
Well, his family came and visited about a couple weeks ago, but many of the families come and go in groups.
Just because he has a wife doesn't mean he was faithful.
Come on, you guys met Basaris last night, don't you know? Great guy.
Marin, I don't know if you were around for when we discussed this, but we had a look around in our room, and it didn't look like anybody came in or out the whole night.
Where's the innkeep?
Innkeep?
They would have a master key to every room in this place.
Aren't we in a different building here?
It's
This
not
this
really
isn't
an
this isn't the inn. This is more of like a barracks kind of place.
Well, there's someone that has a master key to all of the rooms in the
I don't
barracks.
think there's going to be a master key, especially a master key to the captain's quarters.
Yeah, for the most part, everyone's supposed to keep their keys on them. The captain, we only have one key for the room, made with the lock. And then for everyone else's rooms, if you forget your key, there's 7 others to help you get it open. Either that or you crash down the door, I suppose.
I'm going to quick cast detect poison and disease just because why not?
Okay. Poison and disease.
Take a glance at the body.
Yeah. For the most part, his body. His body does seem like it might have been poisoned. As you're looking it over, there are faint traces of something.
And it's not blue.
It's not red or blue.
Hold
The
on,
two colors of blood.
Let me read through my spell real quick here. For the duration, you can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you.
You also identify the kind of poison. Poisonous creature
Yeah.
disease.
So can I identify what was used on him?
It seems like some kind of, what should I say? It seems like something kept him asleep while he was murdered.
A tranquilizer?
Yeah, tranquilizer. So not paralyzed or anything, but more
It's not the same kind of poison that's inside my jar.
Right.
Oh, it's
Different.
good that you brought that up. Could you show me your jar for a second?
Oh yeah, since you identify the kind of poison, you identify the poison in Marin's jar as paralytic.
That is paralytic poison.
I figured.
And how big is this jar? How much paralytic poison do you have?
I just found it.
Listen, the sea just spit it out.
How many doses of paralysis poison is this?
Several.
As you're looking it over, it probably... Let me pull it up. So, it's probably 3 vials worth. Because you have, like, basic poisons that you have, like, you have a vial of, and you can coat 3 things with it. This would probably be 3 vials total.
This would be 9 pieces of ammunition worth of poison.
Right. Or 3 daggers.
Huh. Well, that's good to know. You hold on to that, because that could be very useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely poisoned by something. Something kept him asleep.
Do they have any sort of, like, sexual protection or items in this world? That's what I'm looking for, is evidence of that, because I can't think of any other reason that someone would have been able to get in. unless they were invited.
If you say that to your party, May can kind of tell you that from there looking around, there was nothing of that kind of sort around.
Oh,
A
okay.
lot of the soldiers would also be like, yeah, we didn't find anything when we came in.
I
And
don't
he
think
didn't wake up
he's
in the morning.
I don't think the captain's the kind of guy that would be sleeping around.
Mm.
Well,
And
no,
if
he'd
you
be
say that
sleeping
he had,
right here. They would come to him.
right, and you say that
Also,
he was missing.
just to clear one thing up, since you were talking about the door and it being locked, it was unlocked when we found it this morning.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
That's why there's not a master key that we used to get in. Otherwise, we would have had to tear down the door.
Are we sure that the person who didn't escape? Like, how long has he been dead?
By the looks of it, it happened early this morning, before any of us were up. However, we
So-
did have guards stationed everywhere, and for the most part, we've ruled out everyone on the walls, since they're able to see one another, make sure each is at their posts. Because
No,
if a
but
single
did
one of us
anyone leave?
disappears, if they went to the bathroom and didn't come back, I think
No, I
people would have
mean, like,
become
leave the
suspicious.
town.
No,
Okay.
no one came or went from this keep.
Okay.
Do we have any? How specific do we know? Like when he died, just sometime last night, or like within the past couple hours? Is there any way that we could tell that? I don't know. I don't do a lot of medicine stuff.
Well, his body's still fresh, and from what some of our healers could tell, it was not too long before we found him that it happened.
Hmm. And you found him like dawn this morning?
Yes. I? I? Captain.
Uh,
How many channel divinities do I have?
That's for you to know, and me to find out.
Marin, you said something about speaking with dead people.
I don't have it prepared.
You have one channel divinity.
Yeah, I just have. Well, no. I mean, like, different things I can do. One of them is turn undead, and the other one is
The other one is
destructive fire.
deal a lot of lightning or thunder damage.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm trying to go through all the different things that I can do.
Is there anywhere in this fortress where you guys keep like any kind of poison or anyone who would have access to that kind of thing?
Where are the other
Um,
captains?
Well, they'd be with their units right now. We haven't done any patrols yet this morning, since we're still trying to figure out what happened.
Well, we need to check their rooms next.
We can lead you there if you'd like.
I mean, they have to let us into their rooms, but
Right. And, well,
or we can bust in.
I'm sure, Ilias, she's probably already made her way around with many of the other soldiers to go do questioning.
all right, cool beans.
All right.
All right.
Anything going on with Bard and Snail?
Bard, you're sleeping?
Yeah.
And Snail is also just chilling out. And nothing happens. They're just
Nice.
vibing.
All right.
So you guys, you're gonna probably spend about an hour around this place. You don't have to be in the room the whole time because it probably smells. But Orethia is doing the hour ceremony over the body.
While Aretha is kind of towards the tail end of that, did the captain have any pets?
He
Does
had
he
a
have any pets?
Pegasus, I guess, if you could call them a pet,
Where is it?
down at the stables.
Are you
I'm-
sure?
Yes. We did a head count this morning. The stable
Okay.
masters did when feeding them.
Right. I'm going to look outside around the building to see if there are any like birds' nests or spider webs or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
To see if I can find any animals around that would maybe know what happened that I could talk to.
Okay. Yeah. So as you step outside, I don't think you even need to make a perception check to see this, but up in the sky, it was a little cloudier earlier. It's kind of cleared up. However, you see the effects of what you would know as a player to be the Skywrite spell. Up in the sky, you see up to 10 words which spell out the murderers were the champions of Afara. And as you hear that, you start to hear a lot of clanking in the street of probably running boots.
Shit, shit. I will go back into the house. I will run up to my friends upstairs or wherever they are. I will point out the window up to the skywriting and I'll say, "We gotta go.
We can't get anywhere.
We can bust out. We can
I
hide."
can't bust out like this. You saw. I tried to look around the room with my eyes closed.
Who do they mean by the champions of Afara?
You, probably, and
Us?
me.
I thought we were already cleared.
I'm assuming they found something on our weapons.
Well, they didn't because
We didn't do it,
there isn't anything there.
which is why I think Eris is bad. She
So we
could
need to get to
probably
Eris
make anything
first.
up,
Yeah.
and
Seems that
anyone
she's in a
believe
pretty high
her.
status here.
Is there still like a guard in the room with us?
Yeah, like 4 are kind of
Yeah,
just next to the
we're
door.
not kidding. I'm not planning on
All of them
fighting.
are members of the Skysworn, especially the 2 that came with you, and they're like, what's outside? Many of them are kind of trying to look out the window right now of another room.
I'm going to get broadcast out. I'm going to say, go find Eris. And let him out the window.
Okay.
He's
And
gonna...
you've met Eris before, so he'll try his best to find where she is.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't have any way to let Bard and Snail know. Heck.
I'm just gonna lay down or not lay down. I'm just gonna sit down because I'm like, I don't want to be attacked, but they're going to grab us, so I might as well just look as well. You know what? No, I'm going to stand. I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna wait for them to bust through the door like they're doing something cool.
It's like it's like broad daylight in the middle of the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there's not much I can do.
Nope. We gotta just let it happen.
As you're saying that, you see one of the guards run up and he's like, I think you should come down. It looks like there's a fight.
What?
He's kind of looking at the other soldiers. It looks like they're kind of looking at each other. I don't think any of you did it. So whoever sent this up is clearly lying. And they're kind of they're drawing their weapons as they're running down the stairs kind of right now. They're like, it looks like the Skysworn are facing off against the riders down in the street.
Oh.
Good.
That would give us a chance if we want to. Do we fight with them or do we sneak away?
I'm running downstairs.
I guess we're going. Okay.
Yeah, we can't leave Arethia.
Yeah.
Smash cut, Bard.
So
You hear
you guys know
loud
that
banging on the door.
So
You were
I wake up
rudely
and I go-
awoken very
I
quickly
go-
after you've been, trying to sleep.
Yeah, so I hear the stop and I go, what the fuck? And I walk over to the door, open it, and I go, "What do you want?"
In front of you, 2 Tritons, all wearing, you recognize them as the Skysworn who were helping Aretha earlier. They go, you're gonna want to grab your things. It looks like there's a fight that's broken out. And they're coming for you and your friends.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Come on, Snail.
Hiss.
So we grab our shit and we run.
Yep. As both parties, I'm assuming everyone's going outside at the second.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You grab your instruments, you grab your swords, you grab your snake, you throw it all over your shoulder.
As you leave the tavern and you get out of the barracks, you see in the streets, let's see. I'll pull up the map real quick once again.
3 cyclopes.
No.
Oh, they'll throw us out of here. Great.
Yeah.
At the south
think
part
down.
of
I
town,
see them, but I go, not again!
at the south part of town, at the edge of the Skysworn housing and the Riders of Heliod, you see that there's been a battle that's broken out between the Skysworn and the Riders. Some people are grabbing mounts from each side, like the Pegasi and the horses on the ground. And many of them are like, you have to leave, you have to get out of here. And if you look over towards the west entrance, which you can see, in front of there and on top, the gates are currently closed. And also on top of the walls, you see that there's many guards of different groups atop the wall.
Are they fighting too?
Not currently. A lot of them are looking down confused about what's going on. Some of them are looking up in the air, but I don't think many of the defenders of the wall know who you are. So they're just like keeping a watch out and kind of like pointing down at everything. Probably like pointing at you guys especially. Being like, who's that down there? Blah blah blah. Where are we fighting?
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking for my friends right now.
Yep. From where you came out, you can probably see them down the street. It's at kind of a curve, but up towards the northwestern part of lists here, you can see them come out of what is the barracks.
So we see
so
the.
I,
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
This also
I run
isn't
up
like
and I'm
a
like,
it's not like a huge place. It's not like a mile across, right? It's
Yeah,
just one large fortress.
run over
Imagine
and I'm like, what the fuck's going on, guys?
a Colosseum chariot ring.
Yeah, kind of.
I just kind of, I say, "Hey, Bard, look up," and I point at the sky. And I'm like, that's what's going on.
Oh shit. Let's get the fuck out of town, huh?
We can't.
Wait,
And
don't
I'm
tell
not
me
leaving without
Alethea.
my bident.
I am pouring poison on 3 darts right now.
Alright, looks like we're fighting. I'm down. Always down to clown.
Are we fighting Aretha? This
Remind me again, was Eris wearing the Hands of Justice vestments?
Yes.
is yes.
Okay, so
And
I'm
she was
running
with 2 of them.
to the north side of the fortress.
Yeah.
I'm also going that way.
With you, there are also the 4 guards have came, or actually, probably 2 of them went down south, but the other 2 who were guiding you around have come. And as you're making your way, they're like, this has to do with Eris. She's the only one who could cast any spells around here worth, any spells that aren't damaging.
I'm gonna whistle for Georgia Peach.
Mm-hmm.
She's also got
Summon.
she's got really important things of ours. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Do you need a weapon?
I got a weapon, just not my special one.
Okay.
All right, so you guys have made as you're making your way up, you see coming from the central hub, running out towards the northwestern, out of the northwestern street, there's some more guards running, and the 2 guards with you, or the 2 soldiers of the Skysworn, are like, we'll hold them off, as they kind of run down the alley, pushing them back.
Okay.
As you continue towards upwards towards the hands of justice. The streets are pretty clear up here, for the most part, which is kind of strange, considering everything going on down between the Skysworn and the Riders. And you see that there is a large entrance into this one large building, it seems.
Hmm. We
Let's
run
let's
into
go.
Yeah, we all run into the gate, and then it cuts to the shot of the inside the gate, and we all stand there. We're looking around. Is there a higher floor balcony that Eris walks out from?
As you're busting in through the door, you find yourself in kind of an open, very large kind of open room with lots and lots of what seems to kind of just be tables around and desks. And from what you can tell, the only person in the room is the one figure, Eris, at the center. And I think we'll end there for tonight.
Yeah.
That would be good. I need to go to work in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
third shift boy.
Third shift boy.
But tonight's the last day he works till it's weekend time. Right, Spuds?
Yeah.
Woo.
How would Spuds know?
Yes, Spuds. How do you know?
I talk to her all the time. She knows everything. Right, Spuds?
I know because
I knew something was up.
Spuds
I
is
knew
an
this wasn't going to be
Albertor.
fun.
What do you mean
No,
it's-
it was
What do you mean
fun.
it's not fun?
Fun.
It was
You know what I
fun.
mean?
Very
The
fun
town,
playing
the town was
D&D.
not going to be a.
I hate you. I
You know
hate
what I
you. I
mean.
hate you.
No!
Marin,
You're out of the camp. No.
Marin, you were set up perfectly to be the false victim.
I know I was.
Or the false culprit. You didn't like him at first. You let him get poisoned.
You were
You
suspicious.
dipped out. Yep.
You looked unhealthy, like something happened to you. You didn't sleep at all.
Yeah, you didn't stay up. You had the most powerful weapon in the place. You're a spellcaster. You're a traveler, not from here.
How do we know it wasn't Marin?
It's true.
Mm.
You guys don't know.
Start of next session, Eris pulls out a gun and shoots Marin, and then we all level up. It's like, what just happened? It's like, well, we
I'm your
beat
new
the
party
enemy.
member, Eris.
Yeah, Eris.
And Darian leaves the campaign.
Eris out of the campaign because she said she didn't have fun.
I do have fun. That's not what I meant. I'm just stupid.
No. Nah. No.
All right.
would a stupid
Hey.
person do this?
Guys, we've gone 2 whole sessions without combat. Come on. This
We've
is
had
just last session 2.5.
social warfare.
Yeah.
Besides,
Investigation.
without combat, so much funner. IMO.
I really like
I would
the
like to
personal
talk to all
tie.
the dungeons.
Says the person who slept for half of the session.
Yo, okay,
Oh.
listen. I was really tired, and I was supposed to make a new friend, but my friend turned out to be a bad guy. So
yeah, I guess that's fair. You get hit with a
Sad.
depression wave after your new friend is the bad guy.
right?
You hate to see it.
Well, I'm gonna go drink some milk because I'm hungry and I don't want to eat food.
I
I
think what
don't know
happens
where
now-
Momo's at. He might be right next to your door.
Guys, can
I
you
heard him
believe-
come out.
Can you believe I let you give me your magic items
He
before
is by your
combat?
Yeah.
door.
Listen, I figured if I didn't give it, then I'd probably be killed in an instant. So
Now we spend
That's
the
not
next,
how lawfulness goes.
We're gonna spend the next IRL 5 weeks not doing anything and just wondering, did Eris do it? Did Eris do it?
Did Eris do it?
Probably.
we're just
'Cause-
gonna kill her and hope for the best.
May's done less crazy things.
God.
It's very nice that none of these people stopped us on the way because it would have been bad for them.
Yeah.
Hey guys, just detect evil and good on Eris. See if she's evil or good. It's that easy.
I figured I'd do protection from evil or good. So
Well, that
A
isn't to
couple.
protect you from evil aligned people, just from fiends and undead and fae.
I feel like I know what Eris is.
No spoilers.
I'm not.
No spoilers.
Yo, what if you spoiled me? Give me money.
What?
Boil
Spoil
me
me.
in the rotten
Spoil
milk.
me.
Uh-oh. I'm past
Uh-oh.
my expiration date. Oh.
Uh-oh.
What?
Jake, go to work, Jake.
I'm
Jake,
getting
go to
Jake, go to work.
moldy.
Jake, go to
I'm heading
work.
out.
Jake, what are you,
Good night,
Jake,
guys.
what are you saying?
bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Liz.
Bye, guys.
Bye. I guess I'll go to work.
Goodbye.